Time to come back in. Let's show you this one more time if you missed it. Big move up for Alphabet currently on this. The CEO announcing the Bard AI chatbot and more AI for the search engine coming shortly here for Google. So pretty nice move to the upside here for Alphabet shares. We'll have a look at that and more coming up here. I'll give you a look at the overall board for the S&P 500. We are still in negative territory as far as the overall market is concerned, but a little bit better off because of this group, surprisingly. It's the financials. I mean, not terribly surprising. We talked about the strength in the dollar, some of the yields back to the upside today as well. The insurance companies moving on that, diversified financials also back in positive territory, trying to offset some weakness over in tech still, but also a little bit of strength coming back into the retail group, specifically from consumer discretionaries. They are still negative because of the durable goods and apparel makers, but overall a little bit better off than they were. Software services, semiconductors, and hardware equipment makers all still negative on the day. This is buyout rumors, CTLT. Danaher apparently interested in buying them, so that's that huge move to the upside. Gilead and Biogen also notably strong. Humana down here also in positive territory. Maybe we can jump over to Neil and Sean here and have a look at this Alphabet move here, because it has been, I mean, we talked about it quite a bit as far as the AI is concerned. It was only a matter of time, guys. Now here we go.
Yeah. I mean, look, I started the show basically by saying exactly that I've had enough of all this AI crap talk, that it was, and Microsoft's one of my largest holdings, as is Google. So I'm all for this. I think most of us are too. But if you thought that Google didn't have some, I mean, we all knew it. So it's not like, I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, we knew Google was going to do something. But yeah, finally, it's like player two has entered the room, you know? And it's like, so now you're getting ready to rock and roll here. Google's going to be into that. I actually take the opportunity to short it, but we are going to get stopped out if it takes this top out right now, 50. But we shorted 39s and 20s, took some out down here at 103. Here it goes back up to the upside. This could be the thing that sparks Google. We've been waiting for that for a while. It's the most depressed name out on the street as far as, it's not the most depressed name, but if you're going to look at big tech, this name continues to be one of the ones that keeps getting beat down. So I think we can continue to watch these, see if it can turn green here today. Sometimes it just takes these kind of random stories to get the stock going. And let's see if this happens here today. So yeah, look, you're in AI, congratulations. And Google, I feel like, is a good name in this space. So we just got taken out there, and there it is, drops right back in.
I know, what the?
Yeah, that's okay.
I took the break because.
Oh, you went long.
Well, it's a double top from this afternoon.
It's still a fine long, man.
We'll see. It's not invalid just yet, but it's like you said, man. Like there's a line from I think it was Independence Day. It's like, what do you think they spend $50 on a hammer? Well, what do you think the billions of dollars have been going? No, they've just been stuffing it under a mattress, saying that they've been spending tons of money on AI and have nothing to show for it. Of course, they've got something to show for it. So maybe this is a catalyst in terms of, you know, the longer run here. I just tend to look at it as, well, Alphabet was relatively weak. It hit a resistance level. The volume spike is legitimate if it wants to run from here. Lesser names have gone. I'll probably only give this back into like 103.20. Brendan again.
Yeah, there's more just coming out on this, guys, so I'll show you. I was looking for a date in this, but it doesn't actually give a date. It just says in the coming weeks. So there's going to be a chatbot service similar to the one we're using now from Microsoft with OpenAI, but more search engine ties as well, looks like, in direct response to Microsoft and their efforts. But yeah, this was in a blog post that just came out this afternoon, and it says more to come in the coming weeks. I was hoping there would be a date in this, but another note just coming out there. So we'll have a look at Alphabet coming up here. Yeah, Bed Bath & Beyond still, wow. The bankrupt Bed Bath & Beyond still pretty impressive this afternoon, back in positive territory and then some, back to the upside. It's worth noting AI and SOUN just popping up on this Google note as well. You think it might be negative for them, but we'll see. Still not positive for Alphabet on the day. It's down 1.5%. Ton to get to. Hope your afternoon's going well. We got that headline just as we were switching over, so worth a look as we continue to keep an eye on Alphabet here. There was a ton to talk about this morning. If you were with us in the pre-market, make sure you join us every day at 8:30. We go over everything you need to know, get you up to date, get you ready for the open at 9:30. We were talking Tesla. We were talking some of the semiconductors this morning, some of the fintechs as well, going towards PayPal earnings coming up on Thursday. Going to be a big week. We get Fed Chair Powell making a speech tomorrow at lunchtime as well. I think it's 12:30, 12:45, something like that. He's going to be in Washington making a speech, so a lot of eyes will be on that as well. Let's get right into things, though. Sean's here, ready to go. He's going to have a look at one of his trades from this morning.
Hey, what's up, traders? Yeah, today's trade of the day brought to you by Day Trade the World. Make sure you click on that QR code below and start your prop floor today. Look, it's also brought to you by the sticky note. I'm going to get out of here, but this was the sticky note. The #1 name today was Amazon on there, and I said I'd want to be short. So get out of here right now, sticky note, and let's move forward on that. So here's Amazon. Let me just push you over to this trade first, why it developed. This is the NASDAQ today. You get a little bump up on that Google news. That's awesome news. So I'm short Google right now, and we were short Amazon. We'll talk about that last trade right in a minute, but let's talk about the moneymaker, okay? So here it is right here. This is Amazon coming through. This is a 3-minute chart, a 20-minute chart on Amazon. Just showing you up here, 114 on all that great, great report. They didn't have it. They rallied up on potential earnings report. Not great. They fall back down. The key thing is here on the daily chart, it's actually the 200-period moving average is around 113, 114. So that's the high right there. So we're okay going short into this. What I wanted to show you was this. We had a monster negative day. I think it was 9%, might have been more than that on Friday. We fall all the way into the close. Big move down on Friday, starting at about starting way higher, 112, but you're going to get a 110 down to 106, right? So what we looked at there was this 104 area. So this goes back, we actually crashed down here at the close, but it was this 104 area that we were looking at as a possible spot to say, hey, if Amazon wanted to go green today, fine, go green. But if this market continues to be red, this was a name that we wanted to short off of Friday's closing price. So what we wrote down on the sticky note was 103.50 up to 104 short. Get out if it breaks 104 and reassess after that, because after you break 104, maybe you do climb to this 106 sort of leveled off support area there, right? So the shelf gets broken and we shorted it. So let's go over and see what we did today. Well, here we go. Maybe I'll go on this side, make it a little easier so we can see some of these levels. So right here, all the way up, that's 103.50, 103.75, 104, roughly, right? That high of the day is 104. Then look what happens. Pay dirt comes all the way back in. And we don't actually start, normally I'm getting it up here because our average price is here, 75, right? 1, 2, 3, give me the middle as an average. Then it falls back down, and this is where we really start getting out. Remember we're short 104, 103.75? Well, look at these outs. This is 103. Draw the line. We're getting lots out at 103. Drops back in. Some 102.50s. Bounces to the 200 period. Gets them out. Let it tank all the way back down, right? Get some more there. Then all of a sudden, it starts to float back up. We should have reshorted, and we even talked about this, but we weren't super confident. The market actually started going this morning. Almost got back to green, right? So then all of a sudden, then we realized this level is here again, right? Look at this short down. We put on our sticky note 102. What was that? The pre-market level. As soon as 102 broke, we went more short here, brought it back down. So adding to our position before getting out. Then show ends. We're looking at, well, not show ends, but we're looking at other things here around 11 o'clock. All of a sudden, lunchtime trading happens. Then we start to get short Amazon again. Now, why are we short into here? This one was a little risky. I wanted to short it into the 50 period because, look, we break the 50 period up here, right? Hangs out until we break it again, and then we touch the 200. So I actually thought that we could break 102 and continue to go down. We're actually wrong on this. But we had to average it up. This is my most risky position all day, pretty much. Bring it all the way up here back against this 102.40 area, but then it falls right back down, and we're like, thank you, because then we start to get out again. Then it rips back up, and this is when I was talking about it on the midday show. I'm trying to be quick to get through this. Then we shorted it again at 102.50, brought it down, 102 outs. Look at that. Shorted again, bring it down. Third time is a charm, but not for this guy. Breaks it and starts going higher now. So now I look at this 103 as a possible issue, 103.20. But hey, it's Amazon. We put it on as the trade of the day because it just made so much sense to watch out for this 104. It came in, we loaded it up, we're willing to take a shot. Amazon was your trade of the day, and it's south side, and I still believe we see 100.
Alphabet pushing back to the upside. Here we go. A little bit of a higher move now coming in through to 103.5, 103.60-ish. Still negative on the session, but 1% downside right now. If you missed it, that's just what came out there at 2 o'clock. In the coming weeks, we will get Google's entrance into the ChatGPT arena, something called BARD. Going to be their version of this chat-based bot, so a little bit of a push higher. It was interesting, as I noted there, AI started moving a little bit more on that back to the upside as well. I mean, if Google's going to play, see, here we go. Right now, 5.6%. If Google's going to play and Microsoft's going to play, then this has been the biggest benefactor in this so far has been AI, guys. A huge move off the lows. We get all the way up here to 30 today and stall out a little bit, which is a big level on the daily chart. Remember, this is a big name from pre-pandemic that's catching a bid once again. But finally, we get an answer from Google.
Yeah, yes, sir. And look, AI is actually getting a bit of a bid here, but it's actually off the lows. You look at the trend here. I tried a couple of longs on C3. Actually, no, it was just one long off the top. We got out right at the open. It was a failed break at 30. I actually had an accidental short there. But I just went twice over to Alphabet. Have to hit enter twice. I went twice over to Alphabet. The first time it broke 103.50, it came right back in, tagged it. The second time, it's got a little bit more, what's the word, gusto behind the next move. So I kind of took a few more shares in here, but it's still trying to fail this move, and it's through a pretty key price area. I think this is going to be worth multiple shots to go for the long in this name, but as that just brought the market up, I was sitting pretty in Pinterest. And then, yeah, like it just, this is dragging everything to the top side. So I might be reloading a pins short into a strong market here, but this 28 level is one I've been looking to get in front of all morning. And then, you know, this news just sort of changed everything because you had some weakness, obviously, in some names that were giving you gifts of resistance that Google news hit or Alphabet news hit. And suddenly it's like the market is catching a bit of a bid as well. The ES now only down 0.5%, which is putting some things under pressure. Intel short seems like it's absolutely fine, but you know, Pins is making a bit of a charge. Alphabet's just now back to 103.72. And oh, that's what I wanted to mention. Bed Bath & Beyond. So BBBY, not BlackBerry. Happy birthday, Luca. Up to $5. I just, oh, never mind. I have to go pay for locates, but I just saw that $5 level. I'm like, wait a minute, what is going on? I thought this was pulling back when Luca was just talking about it a few minutes ago, and apparently not. So it's all the way up to 5. There's a $6 level. I guess I have to show on the daily. You have this $6 level. Obviously, you know there's a chance they could be going bankrupt. Everyone understands that. They did just miss a payment. They got 30 days to see what happens with that. But yeah, if this gets to 6, I think that's an obvious level. For now, 5 is what I'm looking to trade off of. But I got to go pay for my locates.
All right, I mean, I have lots to talk about. I just don't know where we are right now in all of this. I guess we are going to go back, and I think do we have a rundown today, Brenda, or no? Okay, we do.
We do. But
just quickly here on Google, because it is, you know, what everyone's looking at. We're going to be near the high of the day here on this play for myself. We went long again, so we tried to go short there when we went up there to do the trade of the day, and it was right, man. It went all the way to 103, but of course I was up there and wasn't able to scalp it out, which is fine. You put on the positions, understanding the risks involved, and then it just broke, right? And I was actually saying to Fahad right there that you're going to go long until it breaks this 103.40 area, or sorry, short until it breaks this 103.40 area. So it did that, then we went long. So you can see right now we're long. Unfortunately, by the time I came back here, we already got 55s. So we just averaged into this trade. So there it is right there, short all the way here, right? These are all these 40 shorts. Like I said, it breaks it, we get out. And now we're long right here, 53s. I have 55s, but my best bid was 50 flat. So, and then we have an out at 66 and an out at 71. So let's see if Google wants to spin this a little bit higher. I'm kind of looking like this is 30 right there. Give it a little more room lower. So for me, if this news is going to be anything, it's going to have to hold this breakout level right there. So it doesn't hold fine, but we're 25 cents. All right, one more out right now as we're like 30 cents in the money. I think we should probably take a piece out. So high side 70s, we'll get another piece out right there. As that's been the high of the move, has been 75. So we'll sit there. There it is. We got a 77 on that one. We'll spin some cash around, but yeah, good news there. I'm excited as a shareholder, obviously, because I was waiting for this announcement. They only said AI 62 times in their earnings, in their call. So hopefully conference call. Yep, good one. So hopefully this can spark it through. Look out for the high of the day break right now on Google. I believe we already got to 104 earlier. Yes, we did right there. Yeah. So I'm going to sit at 104 for my next out, and then Try to get some more out right here, like 10s, 12s, something like that, as it's going. I mean, here we go, man. They like this news, boy. Good move upside. We'll get a piece out here at 89er, if I can, Alexander McGillney, and then we'll work from there. So let's just keep on watching this going up to the upside. Boom! There it is again, man. We smoking today, boys and girls. There it is, man. We switch it up and start to go long here on Google. So that was a good one. Let's hold it back all the way to that 103.30 area. Other than that, no more getting out of Google. We actually wanted to get more. I have a bid at 40, but that may not fill at this point. So, all right, I'm happy. What did you do on Google? You're still long?
I'm still long. I took it out once and then just jumped back in for a little bit more because the second time it broke, it just had so much more volume. If I'm short something here, it'll be, I mean, I'm holding Intel, but I'm not really getting more where it's at. I'm trying to get more Pinterest short, and I really just missed Bed Bath & Beyond there. I had to go quickly pay for the locates. By the time I got to them, it didn't really present itself with a good scalping short in front of $5. Like, I'm not taking 475 short. I was trying to get something in the 485 range. Yeah, it's shaping up to be a pretty wild afternoon. Whoops. Brendan?
There we go. Okay, let's talk about Apple, shall we? Or Tesla. We'll start things off with Tesla here. We're getting a little out of order with this. I'm going to have to take this out because I can't hear myself. With this Google news. Tesla is an interesting one today, showing a ton of relative strength, guys, compared to the overall market. Elon getting let off on that 420 tweet going back to last Friday. That came out after the close where they dismissed it essentially and said there was no responsibility from the company. But it was up anyways in the pre-market, looking strong once again.
Yeah, so sometimes you get like the best entry and you don't do much with it. That's probably what happened to me on Tesla today. I was patient enough to wait for 190. But the way I sort of saw things is it didn't feel like it had the strength that I wanted out of it. So I turned it into a scalp trade instead of one that I thought I convincingly had a bottom on Tesla. I just looked at what had happened on Friday and thought, okay, well, if it's going to go 197 all the way into 190 and find support, we'll take a scalp trade because it's probably going to reverse into a short. The only positive I would say about when you had this happen to you is at least I wasn't hunting for shorts right after getting out, because then I might have had like a 93 short or like a 95 short that would be losers. I think we all understand 200 is going to be a big deal when we get there. If we get there, I should say, not when. Yeah, so 198 is a double top right now, and Friday you had a 199 high. I think 200 is a little more significant than both those two levels. You'll respect those even dollars, but it's not, I don't think we get there necessarily today, but if this market goes red to green, it's not the craziest notion out there. So you put that 200 in the back of our minds. It felt like there was a better chance at the open that we'd get there than it does right now. But you know what? I still think there's an opportunity if this market does go green. Like, we're very close, right? Like, this news on Alphabet seems to have sparked something in the market. I don't know that I want to chase Tesla up here. If it does pull back, maybe VWAP and 93s would make a little more sense.
Yeah, definitely getting some little spark here in the market. I'm going to go, you just talked about Tesla. I don't have a trade on it. We did talk about waiting for that 200 break. I still want to be there for that. But you want to talk about a missed trade opportunity? Okay, Ford time. Yeah, so about this Friday bottom, right? 1280? All right, well, how about today's bottom? I mean, it's going to be impossible to find today's bottom then, right? I mean, how could you possibly figure out where today's bottom is going to be? Oh, yeah, how about 1280 again? So the exact same level held on Ford. So I just want to bring this to everyone's attention because although Neil and I will talk about current trades we're in and some ideas moving forward, this is a good idea, I think, to see what happens next time Ford gets anywhere near this 1280 level. We want to give it to like 1275 probably to make sure that you don't get wicked out because there is a wick down here to 77. But this name, again, one of the names that got beat up on their earnings release last week. And then, you know, just here's a 20-minute chart. So there it is, man. We were really cruising on Ford. I was thinking it was beat central, like lining up for a beat. I haven't bought anything of this name since 1150, but still, nice move up to 1450. Then look at this pullback. Just look at 1280 here. You know, this is a level, and if it comes back in anywhere like tomorrow, if the market is down or there's something about EV or something whatever, I really think that you want to look at Ford down here near 12.5, something like that, 12.80, 12.5. So that's something that I want to keep into consideration here. If the market does drop back in a little bit now, Ford's not a tech name, so it shouldn't follow the NASDAQ per se, so it'll be Google dependent here or independent. But if it falls back down, it's a level that I want to look at, 1280 there for Ford. So let's keep that in mind. Wow, Intel's now down 3%, by the way.
It's getting destroyed.
Yeah, that's so strange. Well, it's not strange. We know why.
The quarter was terrible.
Yeah, their quarter was bad. And then what's AMD up right now? Do we have chips on there? Not yet. We'll have it up later. Okay, so AMD's also getting destroyed. They're both down 3%. Intel's down 3. AMD's down 2.4. What is Big Papa Downer up here? NVIDIA up. So there you go. So, I don't know. I guess everyone's going to the highest performance chipset right now in NVIDIA, but nice move to the upside. I sort of thought that with Google releasing that more AI talk here, that would have rallied a little bit, these chips, and maybe it has a little bit here for AMD off that bottom of 83. We'll talk about this a little bit later, but AMD, again, another one that was pretty well cooked here today. So, all right, Brendo, I'm down with the iPhone Ultra, though I have the 12 Pro. I don't know if I'll be upgrading anytime soon, but the Ultra is interesting. Let's go find out what's all about that.
We're wondering this morning whether it was going to be the Pro Max and then the Ultra, or if they're just going to replace one model with the other. But this was the note from Bloomberg this morning. All signs pointing towards an Ultra being added to the iPhone lineup as soon as next year. So your Ultra watch can now be paired to your Ultra iPhone as soon as 2024.
When can I pair it to Ultron and then it just
right now you
tries to take over the world for me?
Yeah. Apple bought Transformers, so
yeah,
they should actually. I don't know who owns that. That's a Universal picture.
Yeah, well, no.
Is it on Disney Prime? Is it on Disney?
Transformers now.
Yeah,
Transformers?
I don't know. That's funny. I don't know where Transformers is.
That's a good ass question.
Maybe it's on Peacock.
No, it's not Disney. Now you got me on a tangent. Shit, I should know this.
No, I don't. I'm just saying because I don't think
This is what I love about the chat.
I would try to watch this with my kids and all that. I haven't just come across. Why are we even talking about this? Oh yeah, the Ultra. Yeah.
But I said Ultron. Ultron's Marvel.
I know.
I know you relate to watching those Marvel films, but Age of Ultron.
I'm very late. And then we started talking about Decepticons.
Wakanda Forever is a strong 7.25 out of 10 for me. I watched
7.25. What was the first one?
The Black Panther?
No, yeah. What was
to me, that was like a 9. No, for me, that was like a 9 out of 10. Okay, I love Black Panther, but
I haven't seen the new one yet.
Tetra. So. But Apple, Apple's kind of a boring trade today. Is that for lack of a better term? I don't know. It's just, I loved where this was at. If the market was going to be weak enough to get you to the 200 period moving average at 148, and then kind of like your Tesla was dipping, it's like, okay, we like the 190 on Tesla. I like the 148, but I wasn't really looking at. I mean, even if I was looking at a different level, it would have been 150 even. So you kind of have this like inside day going, and now Apple's just weaker than the overall market, down 1.5%, when the NASDAQ and the ES are creeping closer to positive territory. If anything, Apple might be a fade off these highs. I don't think anyone's. It seems like this announcement's not really doing anything, and all you have is super strength on Friday, and none of that came back in. Like suddenly that 154 supports turn into resistance. I don't know if I'm not shorting pops if we get to the highs there on Apple. I don't know if we see 148 or 150. I actually think we don't. But if maybe we get some pops in here in Apple, I might be looking at shorting this one up to 154 to be sure.
Yeah, we don't have any Apple trades on board today, but I was always saying that this was a name that we were going to be interested in. However, I don't really like. I mean, Neil just went over some of the levels there. It's kind of not doing anything. I mean, if you were lucky enough to be sitting here off the open and played off that 150, we did talk about where we wanted to short it was about 155, 154, which is this level right here that we never got to. It was the close from Friday. And then I did want to go long down here at 150. If we're just going to trade in the middle and be against the market right now, then I don't really have a trade for myself anyways here on Google or here on Apple. So I'm going to wait for that. If we're lucky enough to get this to come back in, then I will be here. And I won't even be here at 151. I mean, we could try to defend that bottom maybe if you really wanted to. But I think if it comes back down here, we're better off waiting for 150 half, 150 quarter, so on and so forth, to try to grab something a little closer to 150. But for right now, if anything that I see on Apple right now, it would just be a short into this level 153. You know, we tested it here in the pre-market. We tested it off open right here, and then we tested it again right during lunchtime, 11:30. So for me, I'd like to see the short up here, 153, and we could still get there. I think that's a trade that we'll put on. So 153.40, something like that. If we do take out this top 153.50, then we're gone. So yeah, let's start this right now. Let's put it on. Oh, we're still $1 away. I don't want to put more orders out there. Not that it takes up, you know, the buying power that I have, because that doesn't really matter. It's just I don't want to be distracted with too many orders in my order log. So, you know, if it does get back up here, I'm going to put one right now, 153.30. So let's put one up there. If the market rallies, which it could do here, you know, back to flat at least, then we'll short Apple, and then we'll deal with it when it comes in. So right now, that's the play that I like. Short Apple against that 153. 50 there was what we'll be short, and that's what we'll get out. Watch out for 154 if it comes back up, but I'm going to put an offer there $1 higher for Apple.
Just reading a note on Walmart here. Cryptocurrency-based payments at Walmart stores could be a reality soon. So not moving on that, but worth a note. We were wondering how big of a story, if it was going to be a story even at all, this balloon gate that happened over the weekend for Chinese ADRs. They were all gapping down in the pre-market this morning. We got some sideways kind of choppy action out of the gate this morning for Alibaba. I mean, they all kind of look like this. And then it's been nothing but upside, guys. So I guess the answer is ho-hum, as you were.
However, I mean, ho-hum as you were,
balloons.
It's still downward trending on most of these names at the end of the day. Google's starting to come back here. I don't know if I'll reload a third time. We'll get to that in a quick second. So BABA started off shorting off 105. It got down to 103, reloaded at 04, stopped out. I actually went long at 05s on a reversal because that was that key line in the sand. And then it just started jamming to the upside. And that was the good one. PDD was the one where I should have just got away from it once it broke. Once it held 90, and then I tried the reload and it stopped out and broke. I didn't reverse this one, and it ended up being a better reversal than Alibaba. So, you know, we always talk about reversing when you have your stops and the trend goes the other way on you. It's not an easy thing to do. You know, you try to do it where you can. I did on BABA, didn't on PDD, so I'll hate myself for that. But the other part of PDD, why it was better, is it's an upward trending stock that was bouncing off the 50 period. It's a much more bullish looking stock. So even though it broke that trend with the 95, you know, bouncing off the 50 period probably gave you a better opportunity to reverse into a long. I chose BABA, and the rest is sort of history. I did just get, just go back to one other trade there. I was able to get a reload in pins. Actually, I didn't get 28s. I ended up getting like 27.95. But then the first 10 cents in this move, it's been finding support. So I did take some out, and it's been holding VWAP pretty well. Pinterest and Snapchat are really strong. I know Pins reports tomorrow morning. So I want to respect some of that strength. I've been shorting these highs, but maybe VWAP is just going to be a thing that I need to respect and get some bids out in front of it, because we could be taking out the top on this. Snapchat's been taking tops all day long. I don't want to have this short on pins turn into a loser, and I didn't take profit on it.
Yeah, that trade on Snapchat was pretty bad. I was short Snapchat. I could talk about that in a second. Like, I'm literally down $5 on that stock. It's unbelievable how that all worked out for me on that, because we were able to take some profit, which was a good one there again. Okay, I just want to talk quickly about Google. It just came in and just touched that 50 period there. So we were averaging at 40, and then we took another one at 32. So very, very small hit there on Google, considering that we did get an out at 103.90, and it just fell back in right now. So let's just wait on this one. You know, it fell back. This news is not surprising to me. It can't be surprising to anybody else. So I'm going to say it's not that surprising. So let's just wait to see where it moves here. Nice to get that announcement, of course. And we'll see if Google wants to go one more time. But for Chinese ADRs, I don't have anything on board. I was going to talk about NEO earlier on today, and I don't even really remember the levels that we were talking about. It was just getting back here to 1120. So it's just, this spike happened, like, we were done the show at 11:30, and honestly, I just wasn't here to short this. Like, this would have been, it's easy to say when you're looking back and you're not sitting here taking the trade, right? So it doesn't really matter. But back into the pre-market highs, pre-market levels, that would have been a short against this 1120. So earlier on, when the market opened up, I said we want to short against that, but it went down, made that bottom, came back up. That should have been short again. So all I can do here is talk about maybe a lesson, and that would just be that if there's anything that you like short or long, and it does retrace back to a reasonable level, that's something that you want to look at, right? So that came right back into the pre-market high, so it should have been shorted again. We'll look at that if it gets there at 1150. 1105 against that 1120. I'm talking all over myself here because we just got into a trade and it's a starter position right here. I thought we were breaking this 200 period and maybe we almost did. So I should have gone short if a break on 30. For some reason, we went short on a break on 40 there. So I don't really know what I was looking at. What is the 3 minutes all the way up there at 60? So this is a tricky trade right now. I'd rather be short a little bit higher on Amazon. So let's give this back up to 70 or so, where if it floats, we want to re-short this name right here at about 60. So we're short right now at 36 on Amazon, but we want to keep that train going, man. Amazon's been my number one, by far my number one stock today. It's not even close off that opening push. So we're going to short Amazon again, and we'll talk more about AIs very, very soon. I didn't trade AI today, C3 AI. I know Neil's in it and a couple times. So let's go to Brendan for the story, then bring it back.
As with a response to this move from Google, already announcing a news event at their headquarters that'll be held tomorrow. So they didn't say anything in regards to what it's about, but they're going to host a news event at their headquarters tomorrow, coming right after Google has announced this entrance into AI land. So here's Microsoft not really doing much. I mean, starting maybe to tick a little bit higher here. Yeah, a little bit of volume coming in right now. But I mean, we had all things AI on watch. There was AI, C3 AI. There was BBAI. There was that SECO. And now we get Meta as well, which I had at the bottom there. And Microsoft, guys, the ever-growing list of AI stocks.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Was Meta an AI news again?
Was there?
Well, they had BuzzFeed and all
There
that
wasn't
stuff.
something new.
They had some content creation.
BuzzFeed, by the way, actually doing some decent volume today. But yeah, we'll talk C3 AI for a second because I thought that's where we're going with this. AI, a long C3 AI. I like this on a 30 break just because you get a level like that and you think it's going to have a chance to go. So you shoot your shot. This is it, taking out 30 even. There's nothing really. There's nothing that sexy about it. You're going for a 30 break to see if it can squeeze higher and make the next push up because when it took out, it took out like a 23 top here, 23 and a half, and just shot like $4 or $5. So to me, it was worth the shot looking for that 30, see how far it could go. The better play would just be to say, break out the pre-market high and forget about the round number. So I'll kind of lean into that. Break out in front of resistance sounds a little bit better to me. I had an accidental short that I guess I could have just held it, but I didn't mean to go short. I actually had some stops back in there. I just took them out. And it's been relatively weak. However, I did say I like 25 for some support down there, and it's still managing to hold that. So I think throughout the week, if we hold up that 25 level, C3 AI could still get interesting. Until then, kind of move on. One of the things that it's not on our list, but remember Bed Bath & Beyond, I was talking about that 5 level, didn't really get the locates fast enough to be able to take a shot there. It's actually coming back up into a lower high right now. So this could be that opportunity to short it off the 5 level. Always could break out and squeeze. That's certainly a possibility with this stock, but I didn't want the 5 shorts the first time.
I just want to publicly wish Luca a happy birthday.
Of course.
Also, happy engagement. I'm very, very proud of him.
Congratulations,
Luca. Yeah, he
Luca.
got engaged.
Oh, my
apparently.
goodness.
What else was it today? Was it his? I have no idea what else
awesome.
it could possibly be. But yes, congratulations to Luca.
Was this bar mitzvah today?
It's a bar mitzvah as well. Yeah, I didn't know he qualified for a bar mitzvah, but good job on that.
He does now.
He does now. So so congratulations to Luca. It's a very, very big day, and I want to thank everybody for the fun time in the midday show. Like I just came back here, all of a sudden there's these super chats going through, and everyone's like, "Happy birthday, Luca!" And I was like, "Wow, man, the guy didn't even tell us. This is pretty cool. It's his birthday and everything, but apparently it is not his birthday.
Not.
So it is not.
Well, I remember.
Nor is he engaged.
The trading floor got him. There were tequila shots a while back for his actual birthday. I remember that. So
yeah, so it's not his birthday, but there we go. So thank you everybody for the continued support. All right, AI. I didn't trade AI today, but I mean, I am long every single major tech name pretty much, including Amazon, but not here for today. As we've just shorted Amazon again, we just got a 50 fill there, and it just touched down. We could have made money on that. It went to 34. We're short at 41. Let's take a little bit of profit if it comes back down. It just bounced off that. I mean, I'm waiting to take profit here at 30. All right, you know what, Sean? because I said 34. Let's put 5% there. We're only short at 41, 42, but into the close, we are willing to start putting on our scalpers hat a little bit more now, because you never know where this market's going to go into the close, and we could just hang out. We do have our friend, of course, my family member, Uncle Jerome Powell, going to be coming through tomorrow and speaking a little bit. Of course, he is not related to me whatsoever, but he's going to come through tomorrow, have a little bit of a talk. I don't think that's going to affect the market right now, but we're going to wait to see if that is the case. This is the thing about liquidity in this market. Like, we were just down there at 40, one little spike up and you're right up to 60 again. So we're getting out of Amazon if it takes 70. So I just don't want to be in this if we get back up here. So we're trying it again. Now we're not maxed in, but we have a good position into the short now. So we're going to wait to see if this takes out 70 and give a little bit back here if it does do that. So watch out for this Amazon trade coming back up to the upside as I fix some of my orders.
It's The Verge that's reporting this Microsoft news for tomorrow. So 1 p.m. Eastern. So we'll get the Fed Chair Powell at, I think it's 12:40 or 12:45 tomorrow. And then 1 p.m. Eastern, Microsoft going to have a Bing-related, apparently, news event at their headquarters. So that's Microsoft right now, not really doing a heck of a lot, just hanging out. Meta, guys, was mentioned in that positive note this morning when it comes to AI. They only mentioned it 30 times in their earnings call. Mark Zuckerberg did. So trying to at least tie it in, because why not at this point? But we talked late last week about the enormous relative strength in this thing the past couple of days anyways.
Yeah, but not so much today. It's not that it's been bad. Actually, it's been holding 186 pretty nicely. So I'm actually going to be in front of the bid at 186 there, just to take a shot on a bit of a bounce play. But I went for the breakout. It really couldn't take out that pre-market high. It's been trending to the downside ever since. I, of course, decided. This has probably been better to short this. I suppose what we call trend line up here on Meta, and I've been shorting Pinterest instead off of 28. Pins, of course, reporting. I think I might have said, and apologies if I said they report tomorrow morning. Sometimes when you're trading, whether it reports aftermarket tonight or tomorrow morning is all the same thing when you're trading it. You don't get the trade earnings today. We're trading earnings tomorrow. So Pins reports tomorrow. I'm short that one. Meta, 186 has been good support. That's where we closed. Friday, that's where we had support at the end of the day on Thursday. If it gets down there, I'll go for a shot at the long. I just got Bed Bath & Beyond short. It looked like it was about to go. Like, it was okay, it goes up to 495, comes back a little bit. I get 485 short, 84 and a half actually. And then I'm just starting to get filled in front of 70s, and then it pops right back up a little bit. So if this is a double top, great. If it takes out 5, I'm out. I don't want to be fighting this one into this kind of strength, because when it gets squoze, you don't want to get totally run over. You got to be willing to make a top wick here and there, but I don't want to be sitting averaging into this multiple times or anything like that, fighting against Bed Bath & Beyond.
Yeah, shout out to P-Rad there for educating us more and more on that, and the word squoze. So, yep, that's a good one. We just took out a little bit there. We're short at 58s. We took a big average price there at 61, right into the 50 period. So I told you we were just starting it small there. Then we took some more at 50. Then we took the biggest piece there at 61 for Amazon. So, and then I just took some outs. There's 2 outs here. There's one at 50 and then one at 47. You don't see them there, but they are here. I don't know if you can see, but there's 2 outs there. It doesn't matter. Hopefully it comes back in and falls a little bit more. We're going to sit around here. 40s, like low 40s to take a piece, and then I will take a piece, hopefully at VWAP if we're lucky enough to get, at the 200. I'm actually waiting at 30 flat, so I don't know if it's gonna work or not. We have our out here for Amazon, and it's at 70, and that was just kind of, just looking at this name, it's not a great out. I feel like I'm stuck here on this because I am biased short huge. Like I don't want to go long this name, but it is holding these levels. Like when you're looking at this stock, I know it was a trade of the day for the short. And that's the thing, I made so much money on this today that it's great, and I don't want to throw back money because I'm still thinking one way. So let's just see if it takes, this is 70 right there. I don't want to give it all the way to 103. If you are more convicted in the short, then I think that's fine. It's just right now, it's starting to make, like, there's the low, there it is. That's okay. Then we finally make a new low there, but then we take off, and then we sort of barcode here at 102. We're able to get short. We just get out like by the skin of our teeth right there. Okay, there's a nice tank. So there we go. Now we just got a 40, so that's good. And then we started shorting these, and then eventually got taken out. That's our first red trade right there on Amazon when it took 70 the first time. This is why I'm gonna do it again. So we take 70, we rip all the way to 10s, almost higher than that. 11, it doesn't matter, 10s, 11s, but then it comes right back down, right? So we wait until we can find an area that we're comfortable with right here to start the short again. If the market falls down, there's no doubt this is the name I want to be in. So unlike Gwen Stefani, there is no doubt about this. And then we're going to wait for, did we just get one fill there at 40? I think we did. All right, so we are waiting for a little bit lower at 32 now. So let's see if this wants to continue to go down. But it's the only position. I have taken another piece out, man. I have decent position here. So there it is. Oh, cancel. All right. Oh, we just. Okay, we got some out there at 39. I kind of wanted to cancel it, but we got some 39s there out. So now I'm going to re-put that order. I canceled the other piece, which is why I was on that. Here we go. Put a 33. Bang, bang, bang. Spin the money right now. So just like my guy, the professor over there, sometimes you're in a trade when it really starts to go for you. So let's start cashing out a little bit of that one. And yes, sir, we're back. It's the afternoon show, and we're back, baby. That's a banger right there for Amazon. Let's see if it continues to go downside.
We are done the rundown, so I guess we can move on. Like, actually,
what's up, Adam?
Someone in the chat just goes, we're screwed in Intel. I'm assuming you mean in the long term.
Who's we?
No, it was because I own Intel long term.
So do
right?
I. I don't think we're screwed at all. 5% dividend.
No, I'm not. Look, I think they had a horrible quarter. I said that last quarter. I said that this quarter. I don't think it looks good. I was short. I'm now out of the short, by the way. I neglected to mention that while we're trading some other things, but it hit this low. And after that little flush, so this was me getting out at that bottom, 28.80. I feel like this is one that when it's a short, it's one of the easier reads in the market. And you can sort of see the second it took out Friday's bottom, like that's an easy opportunity to go short when it popped up there. And then we held on to it. I think the turnaround, they're going to need some help. At the end of the day, the turnaround isn't going all that fantastic. Their margins are under pressure. But if you look at this from the higher time frame, it's still catching a bit of a bounce. It's still above the 50 period. I think we could be headed back down to 25, to be honest with you. But you get down there, it's had a lot of support, and it does have the dividend to give you a little bit of balance as well. I did get another leg out there in Bed Bath & Beyond on this little wick to the downside. But here's the problem with that. Like, look at this wick. It just shoots down there 20 cents to give me the fill. Well, that's good. But then it's right back up toward these tops. So that's actually pretty bullish a lot of times when you get a big rejection of that sell order that came in and then just gets bought right back up. This is not a sustained pullback. The first time it got through $5, it was sustained all the way to $4.40, 10% pullback. This one has been fighting it, and it was more violent on the way into it. Now, I've adjusted my stop order to less shares because I have less on now. But if I get another pop down that behaves the same way, I might just get out of Dodge. On this one. Trade Alliance, you're short Intel every day. Maybe you can't sleep without shorting it. Well, it's just more that it's a trend. Like, and when it finds resistance, it's really good. I just find when there's a level on Intel that sets up for the short, it's never all that complicated. You know, and it'll let you know when you're wrong. Like look at this. Like, look at last week. This double top at 30.25. So, I mean, where's the only place you wanted to short it when it went up? Well, in here. And fine, you were wrong when it ends up breaking out. But, you know, when it was in, okay, well, that's the only level you want. You don't want to get in early. You want to wait for it to get there. And then there's always something. It just, even if it's going up, it gives you a win because there's sellers on the stock. It's just that simple. Like, there's enough money selling it on most days that when it hits a key price level and starts to reject it, you at least get something out of the trade, as opposed to it hitting a level. And for lack of a better, I'm only going to pull up Pinterest because I'm in it. But like, look at this part. Like, okay, fine, Pinterest worked here. But I'm talking about, like, you know, like, you get to a key level. Imagine Pinterest didn't pull back to VWAP off 28. And it goes to 28 this time, and that's the first time, and it barely moves off of that level to give you a win. It gives you 10 cents, no follow through. Intel rarely does that. When it hits a double top, you get a real pullback, you get a real retracement. That's what I like about the trade. You have to, it's like two different worlds, man. You're talking about your long term, and when you're talking day trading or swing trading, a lot of times that can be two separate things. And when you're holding something for a minimum 4 or 5 years, you can't be thinking about like the trend that it's been in for like a couple of months. Well, you can, it's just, you don't want to be doing that too much while day trading. I just wanted to pop over to Tesla for a second here because that just had a nice little bounce off VWAP and it's starting to go again. I was really looking for lower, but you know, if we can get back through 195, this could be one of the names that you put into the bullish bucket this afternoon. That, and of course, we're trying to catch that. Oh, I did get some on VWAP on Alphabet. So we got more shares. When I tried to hold VWAP in there, we're scalping it up top, waited for it to get down to the bottom. But I'm going to stop out if this can't hold that recent low that it just made, Google. And one last one for you. Okay, I'm going to bite on this one because come back over and over again. And Michelle Hebert has mentioned this, and I missed it this morning, and that was AMC and APE. I didn't miss it. I just had the dip buy poorly timed. I bought on the way down instead of waiting for it to confirm a higher low. I had the price right, 290, right here, 295. There's a double bottom there. You wait for the bottom, then you get the higher low. That's when you go into the long. This has now failed the top break, which has happened almost every single day. However, it has a chance to reclaim it. So if it gets back above 325, 3 days in a row, double top, no break. Double top, no break. And today it actually broke the high. So I want to give it a shot if it can get back above the high. I'd like to see a little bit more excitement out of AMC though. You know, maybe this will carry itself to the upside. I just find the setup on APE a little bit more clean with the levels. But I want to see if that can actually, like, AMC breaks the high. I want to go long APE, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, look, every single trade that we try to make is try to be justifiable, right? And I think, like, until you don't have an out, it's fine. Like, you got to make sure that when you're looking at something and you say, hey, I like the APE long. Okay, if I'm wrong, where am I out? And why do I like the long, right? So that's what it's all about. And I'm just waiting here for Amazon. I haven't done too much else. I was looking at Microsoft. I was looking at Palantir. They're not really doing anything. I'm trying to think of, like, more names here that could be interested in this whole AI push there. I still think Palantir has big announcements to come at some point of all of this. Just waiting for that to happen. I think it can go. But for right now, it's not doing a whole heck of a lot. It's doing fine. It's flat on the day. It's battled back from its bottom off the open. But either way, it's still hanging out here, not doing much. It got as high as, what, 920 or something there on Friday? Yeah, 920 exactly. So I still think you want to buy Palantir on any dips, especially with all this talk. Another one I like too is Snowflake. We've talked about some of that data integration and data gathering and everything, especially with a lot of this talk about cybersecurity and things like that. Palantir has deals all across the board with immigration, military, defense systems, everything, with many different companies and countries worldwide. So you can find all that stuff out for yourself. I am long Palantir. All right, so just here, the only position I have on right now is Amazon. And again, with the futures just sort of dancing now, I want to go short because we're below, but I'm not, like, in love with the short right now. Crude up 1.24 as I see that one there as well. But still down on the market, so we want to try to find some shorts. If anything, I'm sort of leaning towards Apple to look at that. Oh, we just got that filled just a couple seconds ago at 45 on Amazon. It did bump back up near 70. So my next bid on here is 30, like low side 32. So I wanted to break a little bit lower here. So if the market goes down, I've got a name that I like. Maybe we need a short. So here's a name that's at a key level that normally I'd look at again, and that's Rivian, and it's at 20 bucks. So, like, this is a good level. Let's check out what it's done today a little bit here. So again, I want everyone to get comfortable, like, when you're looking at charts, to sort of not just see what I see, but, like, when you're looking at a chart like this, to me, you don't want to see everything that I see, because then you'll start to see people and things like that. You don't want that. But yeah, exactly. I see bad stocks all over the place. But yeah, no, so I'm looking at this, 2025. You know, if you get back up there, fine. Then we can use some of these lines. But right now you're in the middle here of Rivian. I was hoping we'd get back up here. And this could be a good level, right? So then I zoom it over and say, what was that level maybe on Friday? But then, you know, this 2025 was really nothing in here. So I don't see that much. If anything right now, I kind of look at this bottom right here of 1975 and say that I'd actually prefer the long if we came back in a little bit against this 1960, because this 1960 along with 1950 has been support down here. So if Tesla, which we can look at right now, if that's going to be green today, let's have a quick look before we say anything. Obviously, it's still green, but if it's going to still hang up here, look at these bottoms again, right? Like this is kind of the stuff that you're looking for. Wait for Tesla to come back in. Wait for Rivian to come back in. But we may test higher. This is another level that I want to be in here near 200 bucks. Especially if Tesla can get back up there. So let's check out Coinbase. What is crypto doing today, I wonder? Coinbase 73 and change. Check in that. I was just going to say, because it is breaking these levels right now. So this just shows up on a scan right now, breaking VWAP. So this is a VWAP scanner. So it just broke it right there, 73.50, and starting to go down. Do we have shortable shares in Coinbase
Yes.
is the question. So yes, the question. Well, thank you for that answer. I'll probably short this thing, give it a little bit more. So I'm going to short Coinbase right now. We're breaking back below, and then I'll just figure out an out after. Most likely 74 flat, but we'll give this 50 cents for sure. Let's short Coinbase. It was already at 70 today. Someone might have just punched that short right there. We could have
punch first.
Yeah, I got to punch first, talk after. Oh, it's down 40 cents there. Since I was just going to punch 50s. Okay, let's hit at 73.50. See if we can get a short there in Coinbase. I like that trade.
That's a Neil thing, right? I do that all the time. I'll be like, yeah, talking through it. It's like just punch into the short and then worry about it after. But there was a good question in the chat, by the way. I'm going to get back to Bed Bath & Beyond because it's starting to move back up again. But someone had asked, why don't we look at oil or natural gas? Well, quite frankly, and I was saying this, if you're trading a commodity, like that's where your focus probably needs to be. It's just a bit of a different beast. Almost everything that we trade is relatable either to like a meme squeeze type play, which they have their own set of setups, like on squeeze plays like Bed Bath & Beyond or these low float runners that go, or just directly relatable to like the NASDAQ and tech and the overall market. I think once you jump into thinking about like natural gas, it complicates things, and trading that while trading multiple equity names. You know, you just try to stay in your lane the best you can. It's a great trading vehicle, nothing against it. Great moves happen in oil or nat gas futures, and there's lots of money to be made in those. I'm not gonna pretend that that's not gonna be the case. But Bed Bath & Beyond did that thing that I was kind of hoping it wouldn't. It didn't even give me the fills at 460, and it's starting to ramp back up again. So I've got my stop in. I might just take some, if I can get more shares out at 70, I might just go ahead and do that because it's showing me some relative strength. If it gets back down there, there's absolutely no guarantee that that's going to be the case. Something smells very, very good, and I smell like, you smell like cinnamon or something like that?
For me,
maybe,
no,
okay,
but
maybe
I
I'm
will
just
trust
going
your nose.
goddamn crazy.
I don't know.
Anyways,
I don't have cinnamon over there.
That's cinnamon? Oh, it's
apple cinnamon tea.
Apple cinnamon tea.
There it is.
So you know how I go. I smell cinnamon. I'm thinking there's a pastry around here somewhere.
Yeah, you're like, where the hell's that apple fritter?
I'm like, what's going on? Look, I'm gonna go to a firm, because I want to make a trade here, but also to show you sometimes you make top wick and it never looks pretty. And that was me getting out of a firm on my third short in the firm. It was not a charm. It stunk. That stinks when it happens to you. But you got to find a way to get back in here or here or here, or where I'd look for next. 17 quarters, I want to short off this, and I don't mind shorting the low of the day on a firm. It worked all afternoon on Friday. There's also a flat bottom break here if it takes out this low of the day. A firm under pressure, I think it's going to be SSR, so we have to watch out for that, guys. Could definitely be one of those weak ones again this afternoon. Oh, there goes Bed Bath & Beyond. It definitely wants to make a move on me. Yeah, I got my stop set.
Happy birthday, Neil.
Happy birthday. Well, thank you very much there, Sean.
I think that's what sparked that.
You gotta have a fake B-day out there. I have a friend who has a legit fake birthday that every single year, like everybody in his family.
What?
Yeah,
family.
You know Wayne.
But why?
It started out because he never wanted to put his real birthday on his Facebook page on forums.
Right.
So he made one up for social media to log in.
That's fine. Yeah.
But that's what he did.
Okay. Yeah.
And then every year people get the notification.
Right.
If you were his real friend, you knew it wasn't his actual birthday.
But that's pretty
But if you were just like a casual Facebook friend, like that was his way of weeding it. Yeah. Oh, you don't actually know my birthday.
Right.
And so now it's just turned into a thing where we actually.
How close is it to his birthday?
It's the opposite end of the year.
Okay, good. So it's not.
So
close.
it's easy to remember.
So I was gonna say because some of my friends,
but
like,
he gets
I know
gifts now
roughly,
on that day. It's like, oh, give him a gift.
Oh, and you get. I mean, that's great.
But as a joke.
But imagine, but his non-friends send him as jokes. Okay, I was gonna say
now it's like
hey man, I'd be pissed off if I sent him a gift. I don't send my friends gifts for their
birthday. But it's a gag now because you watch
fun.
This guy's Facebook page on his fake birthday, and it's just like tons of people wishing him a happy birthday that clearly don't know the guy very well.
Funny.
I don't know. I find social media kind of do that to people, but I'm bad with that too. Like,
I don't know anybody.
I get notifications, and then it's like, oh yeah, it's this person's birthday coming up. I feel
But I
bad.
definitely know my wife's. I was gonna say that, but you're gonna say that, you know, whether or not I do or not.
Yes.
That was very convincing there, right? So most people will believe that, but of course I do. All right, so
is where I should ask you what it is.
we're going to be.
Oh, I just got stopped
we're
out.
short right now.
Google.
Coinbase. Now, whether or not we have a base of operations down here or not at 73. So we were short initially at 25-ish. 30, sorry, it went all the way down to 73 flat, and we thought we were pretty cruising there with a 30-cent win, and then it just popped right back up where we're short again. So I'm going to use 74 as my out here. It's down on the day. We can take a look at crypto. We haven't. I'm just sort of. It's pretty stupid, actually. I should have really looked at this before I took this trade, so that's dumb, and that's on me for sure, as every trade is on us. But yeah, so it looks like Bitcoin's not really moving here right now, so I'm all good with that then. Let's just wait to see if Bitcoin continues to rip up. You know, we know that Coinbase will follow Bitcoin to some extent, so you know, we'll be able to watch that. But yeah, don't say uh-oh too much, man.
No, Bed Bath & Beyond.
Okay, Bed Bath & Beyond, all right. So I'm going to keep watching. Go ahead. I'm not even in Coinbase, Bed Bath & Beyond.
Well,
we're in Coinbase right now. Watch out for 74 take. That's my stop zone there. So I just want to bring that to everyone's attention.
So this is now, it's running the top here. What I'm kind of thinking is, if it does the over, so the top was $4.95. It's already through that and up at $5. So if it were to not break 5 here, which it might do, then it would have broken the high, not broken 5 even, comes back beneath like 490, and I would just get more short. As I'm saying that, I'm kind of giving you the outline of what I'm going to do if it doesn't break the high, so that I know what my next move is, because if it breaks the high, I was just getting out of dodge. Now you have a 5 break. It would pretty much have to fail considerably, like just slam right back down into 480, 485 for me to think about reshorting this. But it did feel relatively strong. I was kind of telling you guys that whole way that it felt like a pretty strong move there in Bed Bath & Beyond. It might be something to take it to the long side here. Yeah, hold above 5. Give me a consolidation that I can go long with. Give me APE too. If APE is AMC going? I said I'm only going long APE. If nope, AMC's not going. That was my condition. I wanted to see this go. And you said, when you said Coinbase short, my first thought was Silvergate.
Yeah.
And Silvergate, look at this. Friday bottom, this afternoon high, 1850. I want to be shorting that into 1850. The difference is you have free Coinbase shorts for us, or locates for us. It might not be free on Silvergate. I'm just going to see here. Oh, no, it is free. Okay, so we have free locates on Silvergate. So I want to be shorting these peaks here on SI if there's any kind of a bounce. I just think this one has been, it's 70-something% short. But when you kind of always know, like it breaks out, fine, get out of dodge, maybe reverse. But when it's showing you a bit of a trend, it tends to be worth it.
Here's what I sort of was talking about a little bit on Bitcoin. It's not doing anything, so I don't really, I don't see it as doing much, but I don't know. I mean, if you guys see it here as doing something, that's fine. For right now, I mean, we're going to just go short Coinbase and just hope that we don't get taken out here. I was a little flustered there because I was watching that Amazon trade.
Oh my God,
but yeah, I don't think you should ever really be in Coinbase if you didn't. I didn't really look at crypto there other than some of the reports. And I mean, I could see what crypto's doing. Didn't know if there was a dramatic move on that or not. Apparently there is not. So we're going to wait to see here. That 74, we just touched it. We just started our short. Like that short was because we broke the shelf there, right there. But then it went down 30 cents in the money. Could have taken it out, but honestly, like I was watching it, so it's not like I missed it. I just thought that we had some more downside there. We talked about 70-50, but now that I watch Coinbase, this is like a heart attack that I'm not willing to have right now. It's just like, or ever, I mean, you never want to have one of those, but like Coinbase is like, it just ramped up like against me so fast. I was like, oh my God, my net was just getting worse. And I was like, what? And that's why I had to go back over there and take a quick look at crypto. But yeah, we're short right now at 61. I don't know. I'm hoping this thing can drop back down. I do have a bid at VWAP, which is at 50 there. 55, I have it at 50. Hopefully we can get back down in. And then this bottom right there, 40, we should put another bid on. So I'll do that right now in case it does come in. But I'm not thinking that this is going to be a huge trade anymore. I really thought that breaking that bottom would have been something, and it only went down 30 cents. So I don't know, man. The NASDAQ, this is the NASDAQ. Yeah, it's just hanging out. I was going to say, it's not really doing anything, but the NASDAQ breaks lower. We have a banger here, but I am very, very nervous about how fast this thing ripped up to the upside against me. So, yeah, we're going to get out of a break of 74 and not even not even lose sleep over this one, guys. This is a dangerous trade, I feel like. So, all right, back over there to the big board now with Brendan, and I'm going to go with happening now.
Nailed it. 3 o'clock, 1 hour left to go here as we head into the final hour of the day. Still in negative territory, still trying to head in the right direction. Here's a look at how things are shaping up with 60 minutes left. 53, or 0.53, I should say, to the downside here for the S&P leading the way. 0.09 for the Dow. The Russell, it's been the 2,000 dragging the small caps down all day. NASDAQ still kind of chopping around the same area, 0.86, 0.7 for the composite. And the 100, all eyes. We were wondering in the pre-market when this came out if today would just kind of be a wait and see type of day. Ahead of this, if I zoom in tomorrow, so it's 12:40, we'll get Fed Chair Powell speaking at this event in Washington. So just keep that in mind coming up again tomorrow at lunchtime. That's right off the Federal Reserve's website if you want to go check that out. Top of the performers list from the watch list this morning, as far as the big names are concerned, kind of have to discount AI from that. But Tesla, guys, still holding up nicely here. 2.6% with an hour left in a Monday. If you haven't yet, make sure you do hit the like, guys, and subscribe, as we are here every single day for you. The market is open. Back over to you guys.
Ka-chow. There goes Bed Bath & Beyond. I don't know why I have cars on in my mind, but every now and then I have random kid films in my head because my daughter won't watch new things. And so we have to stick to some of the old ones when she wants to watch something. Bed Bath & Beyond 5 should have been a reverse. We've talked about reversing all the time. That 5 break was pretty solid. I did try to grab something on the dip back into 5. It just didn't quite get there. Now you have 550, so it's a clean 10% move. There's nothing specific here. This is just a post, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, like post bad news squeeze play in Bed Bath & Beyond in the daily. $6 is the bigger level if it gets up there. So with there being room to $6, my thought if 6 is the big level, then I want to look for, after now that 5's broken, I just want to look for a long opportunity going into 6, where I'll probably take another shot at the short. So that gives me a chance to maybe buy a dip off of 5 even here and then look for that 6. It was a good question about, I think it was a question about Netflix, as I get a bit out there on Bed Bath & Beyond, about Netflix, what to do with it. This is relatively weak, and I'm glad this got pointed out. I like 370 area for a short. We're not going to see that today. I feel pretty confident saying that, obviously. But 364 looks pretty decent, and then it just broke down that channel at 63s and is trending to the downside. Not a lot of volume here. Well, the position board's gone. I'm only short Pinterest right now. I haven't gotten that dip buy in Bed Bath & Beyond. I'm short 27.98 on Pinterest. And then Bed Bath & Beyond, I'm on the bid trying to catch something in front of 5s. But yeah, looking for a short on any kind of a pop. I don't want to see volume come into this to give you a move up or something, a reason to get in on Netflix off of one of these consolidation levels. Kind of the same thing I'm doing over here with a firm, only it's not really doing much either. So there's a couple of trending stocks to the downside, like how gorgeous that is, starting with my top wick that I made this morning. Great, gorgeous trend, so it either breaks the low or gives you a short in on that trend. I should take a shot at 17 the more I look at this. A bit of size on the offer of Bed Bath & Beyond now that I look at it at 535, so I'd watch out there. I think that could just be an opportunity. I'll get off the bid because when someone's pushing it down, I'd rather see it come down and then bounce and then join instead of just sort of sitting in there just in case they absolutely flush it. And if worse comes to worse, there's always a 550 break.
All right, we're about to get flushed out here on Coinbase. Unfortunately, it just ripped up to 74. Yeah, I mean, it's a 50-cent hit, right? I mean, we're not out of it yet, but we're close to getting out of that one. Just wanted to see how it was reacting around there. It got as high as 74.07. You know, those ticks up here, you know, you can probably have a good idea where we're thinking about getting out. But for right now, it is downside. We are close to getting out right now, as it just made it right back up to the 50 period. Here it goes. Maybe not. This is what I mean about it. It's like up and down like 20, 30 cents there, like one little move. If I can get anything like back like in the 70s, let's see if I can take out 20% if it comes back into the 70s. And otherwise, yeah, we're gonna get stopped out very, very soon. It's these top wicks right now about to get taken out here on Coinbase. Like you see that? Like we were just at 74.05, now you're down to 73.15 on really nothing. I mean, the NASDAQ's still not moving. So I have ye of little faith about Coinbase right now. So let's I'm not happy with the way it's trading, and whenever that happens, especially in a name that you're not overly familiar with, I haven't traded this name in a long time, and because I was shorting this thing at like $35, $40. Of course, as a day trade, I haven't touched this in my long-term portfolio since I got out of it at 360. But yeah, I'm going to wait on Coinbase. We have our out. Looks like we're most likely going to get taken out of that. We will go back down in shares if we get into the 70s again, and we're pretty close to that. So one little whoosh down, we will take it. But what has been whooshing a little bit here every once in a while, and then it stops again, is Amazon. Amazon's come down into 35 like so many times, and it's bounced every time. So this time, I'm sitting, there it goes, we're out of coin, or no, actually no, I was going to say we're out of Coinbase. No. Coinbase came back.
That was
What was that? What was that, Gregory? Day trading is back, baby. Yeah, you're right. I don't ever think it went anywhere, but it's back for now. There goes Coinbase. I like it when these guys get all pumped up in the back. You know, it's like, that's good. Brankos is not dropping anything or anything today, so that's good. But here we go. So there, I thought I got stopped out of Coinbase, but we take out 20% as it falls back in. So now let's put some bids. My average price was 61. See, now it shows 69. So we do first in, first out. So that's how it's being accounted for. All right, Coinbase, back down into 50, huh? I have no idea what that comment was for, if that's what you're talking about.
No, the position was wrong again. I just got Bed Bath & Beyond on the break.
Mine is right. So I think once you get into the next one.
No, but I just got into position on Bed Bath & Beyond. I don't know what's going on with this, guys. I apologize for that. But Bed Bath & Beyond broke 550. I just grabbed the long. I was able to get 551. You want to talk about no...
There it is. See, did you just get out of something? Yeah, just filled.
Oh,
right?
I took the fill to get out.
Yeah.
Okay, so there you go. It just activated there. So if I think $6... It was all a drink. Anyway,
yes.
This is not the time for this. 550 on the break. If I think $6 is resistance, we'll get some out in front of 75. Hopefully get half out there. If it makes one more push, I'll look for $6. Obviously, with there being not much news to this, or not any news to this, quite frankly.
So now Coinbase.
I'm not necessarily sure this is going to go forever, and I will look for another shorting opportunity. But you just got to go for the momentum.
I love momentum.
When it's there. So we're taking advantage of that here. I'm going to go break even on this one if it does pull back. And AMC, that was the other one I was looking at, was AMC and Ape. Now I can't keep a straight face. It never broke 670, so that was my condition for getting into Ape. I wanted to kind of pull a long trigger on this in front of 3 when AMC broke the high, which it never broke. So no entry there for me on Ape. Bed Bath & Beyond, however, holding up pretty nicely here. I knew this was going to be the next thing I'd look for. I just should have caught that dip buy. It dipped to 515. I was looking closer to 10s. And thank you, Brankles, you're the absolute man. No problem. Because I smelt that apple cinnamon tea, and I was like, man, I need one of those. So thank you, Brankles. For the tea. It smells delicious, though. Sean's reminding me that it probably has caffeine in it.
Yeah, I'm like, slow down, bro. It's got caffeine in that, so you gotta be careful.
If Luca can bring drink the Spros all afternoon, I can have one tea, hopefully. So I don't usually do the caffeine in the afternoon.
Yeah, it's all about Spro life. I'm with you there. I got a latte right here. We got some Spros. Luca, if you want to do a Spro, you just bring me one whenever you want. All right, here we go. So as I was talking about, obviously I know exactly what I'm doing on Coinbase, and that was lucky. I don't know. The market just broke a little bit there, and so did Coinbase. So we got our 55 there. You know, the average price was 50. Sorry, the average price was 61. So it's not like we're not even making money on Coinbase. Hopefully it can fall back down, and then we'll see where we go on that one. So for now, that's what we're looking at right here. And why are Canadians so British? Good question there, Joe. There is a history lesson. There is a history lesson to be had there. I'll leave that to you because we are traders, but you can look that up. There is a very strong connection there. But okay, let's just. What?
No, it's just like, doesn't everyone know? Like,
nobody knows apparently. Okay, so that's okay. All right, so we got to have a little bit of Coinbase there. We took some risk off. I did not read it very well. You guys know that. So now, if it comes back up to the upside, maybe we short again. But I definitely appreciate the moves in this one a little bit more than before. So let's be very, very careful with Coinbase now on the upside. I've adjusted my stop order, and I've edited for the right amount of shares that we have. So we're all good on that one. And then, of course, Amazon, my number one stock today by far. Like, it's not even, this is my number one stock on the month. here just after today, I would say. We really hit this one real good early on. Amazon, we hit that short off the sticky note 104. We talked about why we like that into the close from Friday. It was down huge on Friday. Look at this momentum into the close, really bad from 108, 109, all the way down to 103 at the close. So that was just a matter of like 2-3 hours there. Just really got hammered there, 4 or 5%. So we thought the momentum would continue. I'm actually here to say that I'm pretty disappointed that it actually didn't continue more than that, and the fact that we're actually up relative to the, or down relative to the market, but up on the day relative to the market. So that's a surprise. I thought Amazon would be down like AMD, down that 2%, 3%, something like that today, but it's not. So Amazon actually holding out pretty strong right now. I have another bid. My next bid is actually at 25s. So let's see if it can come back in, hit us at 25. Sorry, it's at 24. Why am I at 24, not 25? Normally we're at 25s. So let's just wait to see if it fills it up. It's 40 cents in the money, so that's going to be a good trade. There goes Coinbase as well. Looking for that one to get into the low 40s as well. That was just 20 cents in the money. Let's put another bid right now on Coinbase. This is dancing a little bit too much. Let's get a fill there on Coinbase. We take a 53 fill. Now let's get some out. And then Amazon just danced off that level. So let's put a 25 bid instead of that other one. There it is. Now we're at 25. Fill us up. There it is. Yes, sir. Spin it right there. As we're going to go a few for a few right now. Good on Coinbase. Good on Amazon. Let's keep this party started to the right side.
Yes, sir. Well, it depends on what you're in, right?
Yeah.
So to the downside, I'm happy to see Pinterest finally start to roll over. The snap's been so strong. I just got 75s out. We grabbed this one, 95s on a re-entry. I was already short at 28, and then just got some more when we started the show here at 95s, short every single pop, played into VWAP. But Bed Bath & Beyond started to slow up again. So the breakout, not bad, but it got up to the top a second time there at 75, starting to pull back. Now I'm just holding. I'll stop out just beneath break even because this is a bit of a chase. Obviously, like your long down here is a lot different from the long up at 550 on a break. I still think 6 is a level, but it's now double topped 580. If it can't get there, I'll hold it to about 540, and then the dream will be that it gets to 6 even. I just want to throw out, someone in the chat was saying that Americans only study American history and geography. I was in Florida at a church event like years and years ago when I got asked by somebody, oh, you're from Canada? Did they get their independence from England yet? And so that person clearly knew. They didn't know what happened 150 years ago, but at least they had an understanding of what that connection was. It was a heck of a lot of fun. I'll give it that much. But yeah, we have a loose relationship with, I guess, the monarchy. It's more informal than anything else. But back into the markets here. And so why Bed Bath & Beyond no halt in the chat? It didn't move far enough. So the halt bands, it's not just the percent that it moves, it's also in an amount of time, right? So the entire move can be 20, 50, whatever percent, but you have to actually have that happen within like a 5-minute time frame, one of those big moves. So that's the reason why there was no halt. It just never hit the band within that time frame. That's the second part of the equation. Brendan.
Speaking of, SNES is halted right now. Once again, this one halted a couple of times this morning as well. If you missed it this morning, they have a rat contraceptive that was approved in New York. So that was the news on this one, guys. SNES.
No, but of course that makes...
Yeah. So you give it to the rats, so they can't have any more rats. So it's a form of pest control. Oh, man. I could say things that are inappropriate, but we're not going to do that. All right, so by the way, Coinbase.
I'm going to let it go.
Coinbase, let's go, baby. Right now, 70 cents in the money and starting to go to the downside right now. And our, trade that I'm pretty happy with right now, Amazon continues to go to the downside, and we've just been shorting that. So, although, wow, it's 313 already. Hello. I actually had no idea how late it was there. So, what's up to 318 right now? But yeah, okay, so then that's fine. Then I'm happy to hold these then. The reason why I say that is we do have the imbalances coming out, of course, at 350, but now it's power hour. I was like, are we going to get any movement in this market? When's it going to happen? Let's see if it's happening right now. So here's the NASDAQ finally taking down some levels. The reason why we're net short, while we're only short right now, Amazon and Coinbase, is because we're below the 50 period on the NASDAQ. It's really just that simple. I was speaking with Fahad there. He's trying to learn a little bit more about trading, and I was like, just keep it as simple as you possibly can, especially in the beginning. Like, if you're seeing levels that are holding, just go short or go long if it's the other way around, right? And then until they break, you have a trade idea there. So that's what you're going to work with. A lot of the times, I feel like I could trade without charts, but I've built around now some different strategies that obviously are including with charts. But when I started, I was just a level 2 reader of tape and of momentum and things like that, and that's really helped for sure. So, adding a little bit more to your toolbox, always a good thing. And today we could tell that Amazon was a little weak, obviously, and that's continued through. So remember I was just saying that Amazon and the market, well, now you're starting to see Amazon get extended out a little bit more. Now down 1.2 versus the market 1. So let's get this a little bit more where I think it should be. Amazon down more than this. We just touched down. How many shares do I have? Okay, so we can get up more here. 102 just bounced again, 102.10. So I'm gonna get a piece out right now at 12 if we can get it. I like bidding instead of marketable orders. So there it is. We just get a 12 right there. We'll spin that, and that's just me being here in my life at Day Trade the World since inception. That I'd rather get the rebate than pay the fee. So sometimes it's not.
It can be a bad habit.
Sometimes it's a bad habit because you miss a fill and you're only looking for like 30 cents or something on the fill because you don't want to pay the difference, right? Like it's a difference of making 10 cents or paying like 25 cents. Like if you market it out, so.
But I have the perfect example.
Yeah, there's so many of them, but.
I was on the bid at 12.78 this morning on Ford. And I was sitting here, like in the pre-market, 12.78. I was on the bid. I really wanted the long in front of the 75, so I just kind of picked randomly the 78 level and was trying to get a rebate. It goes down here. There's one wick. It printed 78s, but in that case, it would have only printed the gateways where you pay a fee for adding liquidity. So obviously, I didn't get a fill. That ends up being the low of the day, and it runs. Now, that's just a coincidence. Like so many times you do that, you get the fill and it goes, or it doesn't come close to your level. That's just an example where I should have just crossed the spread. Oh, you're killing me. You're killing me, Netflix. Oh, really, Netflix?
What now?
So I'm like, oh yeah, Netflix looks pretty weak. That could be a short. No, don't actually get into it. It's not. There's no pops. It actually just took down 362. The next consolidation will be, I think, off that 62 level. I'll go ahead and take that. Affirm is short sell restricted. So when it takes, not if, when Affirm. No, I'm kidding. If Affirm takes out the low, I do need to get an uptick once that happens to be able to get that short. But this looks pretty solid, the 362 level for Netflix. It's not to chase it, but every consolidation, I'll go for the short off the next level. Oh, and Bed Bath & Beyond. I did get wicked out of the long. We did take most of it out for the scalp trade into 580, but it did wick me out right there. It's now trending to the, it kind of looks a little bit weaker now. So maybe it doesn't get to $6. I thought this was on the way to $6. I did want to short that 6 level, but it looks like it might not get there. We'll see. It's still time left.
Wait, if you're joining us for the first time, please hit the like and the subscribe button. As you can see, man, we're trading small cap, meme names, like movers, whatever you want. We're also asking for your opinions in the chat as well of any possible trades to make. So if you guys are interested in throwing us some names, you do have to be a subscriber. At least I think so. Brendan, maybe we 100%. Need to double check that.
100%.
Okay,
no,
it's double checked. Okay.
Yeah, 100%.
So you have to be a subscriber to be in the chat. So make sure you do join us. We'll just we'll hit the sirens right now because we did get some out. So we got some more out on Amazon. We talked about that at 12, 102.12. We just got a bid, and then I was happy with Coinbase. I looked at it a little bit. We're 80 cents in the money. So I did take another piece. Now we have just a small piece left, 20% left of Coinbase. We got out of 20. Now we have 20 left. That was an 80-cent winner. So Coinbase has definitely been banked today. It's in our pocket. We don't have much to worry about now. If something does happen for Coinbase, we are now, we can't lose on it. So that's how we've structured it. So even if it comes back to 74, actually, now that I reminded myself, let me edit my order now. I don't want to get punched out of more shares. So if it comes back to 74, we're going to get out. But right now, we planned it out that that's a winning trade now. We didn't plan it specifically like that. Just now that I look at my net, do the quick math, we all good. So hopefully we do have a flow through now with house money now on Coinbase. Thank you so much. Andrew is ready. Whatever you're ready for, I'm glad that you're ready because you have to be ready, Andrew. So let's go over to JP Morgan right now, my favorite bank, the one that, of course, we can't bank with them here in Canada.
Have you seen the Madoff
simply
thing yet?
put, no branch. No, I haven't seen that Madoff thing yet. But here goes JP Morgan right now, 142. Wow. Wow, Andrew. I hope you're ready for a move to the upside right now. JP Morgan, I should have realized this is the, I own 2 U.S. banks, J.P. Morgan and Goldman Sachs. Wow, okay.
You know who I own?
Yeah, what?
JT Marlin.
JT Marlin's a great one there too, yeah. You don't want to be in their risk department, but you definitely don't mind owning their stock. But you may want to own the bonds. I don't think stockholders are going to get paid first on JT Marlin. And if you know where that's from, put it in the chat. I'm sure you do. Brendan, you know JT Marlin or not?
I do not. Just be aware, if anyone's watching AI, the CEO guy's on CNBC right now, C3 AI talking.
So I'm gonna
C3 AI.
I'm pretty sure Brennan's seen the movie we're talking about. It's just he's not getting the reference. It's just I'm covering for Brennan in this moment.
It's my favorite.
Why am I looking at Morgan Stanley? Why did you? That's so weird. I was about to type in Netflix, so I got to fill in Netflix, and I'm on Morgan Stanley for some reason. That doesn't even make any sense. I wasn't even.
It's actually not fair to throw that to Brendan because the thing is that he's looking at so much crap.
I know, he's busy
right now, right? Like you and I are just shooting the shit over here.
He knows Boiler Room.
Yeah, Boiler
I'm looking
Room.
over.
So again, that's
shake your head. Boiler Room, Brendan?
Yeah,
he's seen it. He's seen Boiler Room. He knows.
So anyways, yeah, JP Marlin, JT Marlin, JP Morgan, very similar. Shout out to everybody that likes Boiler Room. Great, absolutely great movie, obviously.
Giovanni Ribisi is just a
amazing.
great actor.
He's amazing in that. And I love when Ben Affleck's in that, you know, like throwing the keys down. That's the Ferrari. Like
I got a chance to
love it.
On the trading floor here, we do like group hiring sometimes, right? So your trainees will come in, and it's not entirely dissimilar when you're bringing in a group and explaining how, because a lot of people don't know what a prop floor is, so you do explain it to them, and then you can have fun with that. Somebody in there can be a plant, and then you kind of pretend that you're kicking them out or firing them on the spot. It's just, not that that's the best joke to do, but if you haven't seen the movie, then I just spoiled something for you. But Ben Affleck is great in it. You know the scene I'm talking about. What? He brings them all in the room, and the guy sits in his chair. It's like, get out of my chair.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's when he throws the Ferrari.
I love
keys.
that. I love that. One of my all-time favorite scenes.
The guy puts up his hand, and no, because you know why? Because he goes, "Who's past your Series 7?"
That's what it was.
And the guy goes, "Me." He goes, "Get the out of here," basically. Without that. Don't think I swore there. I don't need to, you know.
Bed Bath and
that was just very, you know.
I took the Series 11 back in the day.
You did Series 11? Well, what is the Series 11?
What is this stock doing?
For like fix and all that stuff.
Oh, fixed income and stuff like that?
No, fix as in
fix.
What in the world is going on with Bed Bath & Beyond? I just got trailed out of this.
It's beyond my belief.
I'm just going to sip my tea for a second. I should have the long at 6. I really should.
I mean, look, guys, there's something about taking, what am I doing? BBBY. There's something about BBBY. There's something about taking flyers on all of these, right? Whereby you just get the heck long and wait for something like this. So what I think this is just someone's got margin called or something today. You know, it's pretty orderly, but this last move to the upside
it's getting a little...
yeah. So like, what I was saying by orderly was just that it kept going. It hit a level of 5, bounced off of it, took it, went to 520. Like, these are normal moves, but you can see right now it's really starting to get ramped up. Like, this volume's coming into Bed Bath & Beyond.
It's not playing around.
Yeah, like, it's really ramping this volume up right now. So I would say just, I don't know, if you're long, stay long. Like, there's really no news that we're being able to find out. There's the 580 take that we had back in early January. So it's already taken that out. The 200 period, you're coming up to that on $7. But yeah, man, there's a break today, 350. There's a break of VWAP there. There's a break of the 50 period. You got some downside push. I would say it's probably over to the upside now, but hey, anything could happen. It's still blowing out. It's almost 200 million shares. Congratulations, man. You're up 105% if you're in this name from Friday. It's a beautiful move to the upside. It now seems like it's getting a little out of control here. I feel like you're just going to punch long.
It's too much.
Watch out for that 7. It's a little bit too much, but, you know, it's still fine. We're still hecka short Amazon right now, and we're short, beautiful short on Amazon, 102.60, and the short on Coinbase up here at 73.80. So let's see some of these fall down. But yeah, let's keep Bed Bath & Beyond on our mind.
Yeah, like I should be happier with the Netflix short, but it's like in lieu of getting back into Bed Bath & Beyond long, I went short in front of 62s on Netflix. Now it's got a bit of a channel here, 361.25. That's a bottom, so that's me getting some out. Now my stop is, I essentially was risking about 20 cents plus slippage on this, so it just gave you a little bit better than 2-to-1. But whatever, man. I did grab 8 because AMC took out the high, and I got a firm Affirm broke the low of the day, so I am now short Affirm. But oh man, like nothing is crazier than Bed Bath & Beyond right now. Like this is, the party's over here at this point. Party over here, party over there. This is insane. I do think at some point there is going to be one of those like sharp pullbacks, like not gentle like what it did at $5, like double top and glide back in. No, there is like a parabolic turn coming in this stock at some point because it ran stops, I know, because if you're in that 550 double break long, it did just enough to stop out tight hands or weak hands, forget about weak hands, I should say, like myself. And now it's going higher.
Do we have free
$7.
shorts?
It's about to go into a potential halt at 672, and it's resisting the halt band at 672. Where is it? Why does this not flip for me fast enough? So it's about to go into a halt. Give it a couple more seconds. 72 in 5, 4. This is the longest 15 seconds ever. It's about to. Anyways, is it going to halt? Is it not? That's a long 15 seconds. There it is. Now it's into the halt. So this is where it gets interesting, right? Someone asked earlier, why didn't it halt before? Because it didn't make a move like this. That is a good 20% move. And there's a 3-minute chart here in about 7 or 8 minutes. So you're into halt trading now off this name. You're getting a bit of a squeeze. It's a squeeze. You know, that's all you're talking about here. You're just looking at a squeeze play. I think you're going to see something coming back in at some point. What happened?
No, I'm long Bed Bath & Beyond. So the position board
I mean, try to punch
not
in something
working.
else.
I just did. I just literally got out of Amazon. So
I don't know what's
meanwhile,
going on with
we're
that.
making real money over here on Amazon and Bed Bath & Beyond. We're going to make real money on that too, but unfortunately, neither one of us, you got out of yours. I'm just in now, so we missed the party on Bed Bath & Beyond, but we're in it now. We're going to see the tap on that is still 672. I'm long at tap price, so maybe we need to, I'll take another fill back and forth here and see if we can highlight that board. But there's Amazon, man. I don't care what the hell the board says. We are long on Bed Bath & Beyond, but we still are short Amazon. And look at this. I mean, it only takes, I was just talking about this as a short, and there it is, man. It's just come right back in. All we're doing is sort of stacking up right now on Amazon, and there's the pullback into 102. I took a 102 flat fill there, and you know, as they say, let's let the rest just happen here and let it go a little bit. Coinbase, Coinbase is now a cup of coffee compared to like what we're doing on Amazon and things. Like, so I'm not even. But here's my Bed Bath & Beyond. So the tap is lower right now. It's 670. So we're not.
It's flat mostly.
There we go. Tom Brady just signed his biggest contract of all time, and he's retired. So he's signing up, I think it was with Fox, yeah, starting in 2024. So he won't begin broadcasting career until after next year. So Tom Brady there, his biggest contract ever signed. That's all it says. I don't know the numbers, but there it is. Tom Brady going to be on a TV set near you. Hopefully he's not as bad as Romo. Okay, so
Romo's great.
No. Have you listened to him lately? He's getting trashed lately, to be honest with you. He's really, Jim Nantz was even like disappointed in him, but we'll talk about that after. I love both those guys. I love Tony Romo, don't get me wrong, but I think he's lost his way. Okay, so Bed Bath & Beyond, let's go right now. We're going to wait to see. I just want it to open up. It's going to be finally a volatility halt right there. Let's see what happens to the upside now on Bed Bath & Beyond. I'm just going to wait for it. There's nothing else to do. The tap right now is 665, so it's trying to open up a bit lower. We don't have very many shares on this. Where I really want to go long is
375 10-year.
Yeah, is always when it starts off. So right there. Oh, he signed 375.
375 for 10 years.
Jesus, wow.
Sweet. That's what I'm talking.
400
First of all, let me get it. I hate your guts, Tom Brady. However, I did say this. The second AMC takes out the top, this is gonna look weird because like, why do you like Ape long right here? I'm like, well, it didn't matter where Ape was. It didn't matter where Ape was. Once AMC breaks out, maybe I'm not gonna be able to catch it. Halted to the upside AMC. Well, guess what? You can still trade Ape. Consolidation long. What's your risk here? Like 4 or 5 pennies?
Wow.
Well, it's already back at the highs of the day. I got to get some more shares out. Now that you're in a halt on AMC, like just in case Bed Bath & Beyond opens to the downside, AMC could open to the downside. The squeeze names are all going up right now.
Carvana's blasted.
So just catch any one of them. They're all going to come probably back down at the exact same time, but you're getting a bit of a load, damn it. You're getting a bit of a squeeze play here on, oh, that's right, I'm still sitting on the offer of SI. Nope. No thank you, no thank you, no thank you, I want out. So I was going over to Carvana, but I just got a short in Silvergate, remembering that's 70% short interest. 7-0, Neil. I don't want that short at all.
AMC
if anything,
halted.
I want the long. AMC halted to the upside. I'm long Ape. That one's jamming. Now we're at the high of the day on Ape, so I'll take a little bit more out here. Ape's not likely to halt. It's been way too liquid, like 63 million shares. It's not really doing volatility halts, but that was low-hanging fruit there to grab the long over in Ape. Thank goodness I just got out of the way of Silvergate. The second you said Carvana, I was like, I'm on the offer of Silvergate right now. Whew, that was close.
Yeah, be careful with all that. All right, so yeah, everything's starting to go. Here's AMC. Like honestly, here we go. This is why we have these graphics, man. Congratulations, anybody long AMC, because that is going ape right now. Nice move to the upside there. So AMC, boom, right now. So just in case you guys were wondering, we still do have Bed Bath & Beyond here. I almost said BlackBerry. Happy birthday, Luca, again. 670 right now. But Bed Bath & Beyond gave Luca a present for sure, or any of us that is in that name. Here we go. Nice downside move. Let's buy some again into the halt. We'll buy some again at 655 right there. So we just bought some more. Now our average price is 662. I'm just going to get out if this, here it goes. I'm going to get out if this takes 6. So I'm going to put my order out right now. Hey, man, if you go back down to the downside, we just want to get out of this. So here it comes, trying to crash back in a little bit here for Bed Bath & Beyond. There it is. We just took a little bit more just to see. If this is an indication, man, get out. Like, I don't know if you guys are in Ape or AMC or whatever, but when AMC opens back up, if it acts like this, watch out for some downside pressure there. We're going to get out at 6. We didn't average in. Again, it's not a lot of shares. That's probably going to be a good call. If anything, maybe 550 is where you might want to load the boat. But here we go, right back up to the upside. So yeah, man, forget about that. Looks like it wants to still go long.
It's still pretty strong. I actually got in and out of Silvergate. There's just one too many to manage. On the way back down, when Bed Bath & Beyond took up the lows, I did take another leg out of Ape. It never broke the high of the day. If it breaks the top, we'll try to hold on for Dodge. But remember, it's actually still, AMC is still halted as we're going to 8. We're going to 7 on Bed Bath & Beyond. It's halting to the upside again. I think it's almost a lock now that AMC opens higher, given that Bed Bath & Beyond reclaimed. Oh, fake halted?
Yep.
Okay, so AMC will be open in 2 minutes. Bed Bath & Beyond, I would love if that was clearing the top when this opens back up, because then that would bring Ape with it. I think all of these names are going to be in play. CVNA, Carvana, that just resisted 14 even. So these are following each other. Like this is what happened when 14 broke and then it slammed back down when you just saw Bed Bath & Beyond open lower when Sean was talking about it. So just try to focus on 1 or 2. I happen to be an Ape, so I have to be watching AMC as my leading indicator. But Bed Bath & Beyond, for Reclaim 7, watch out. Because it just looked like an obvious short. Fail the halt price and then jam back down. Trust me when I tell you, there's a lot of people that look for that specific short. And if they're still holding it and it takes out the top again, it would be a secondary squeeze. For now, that short looks pretty safe. But if it takes out the top again, I think it does have a chance to go. I'm more concerned with AMC reopening now.
Yeah, so we were 50 cents in the money and we didn't take it. So, just so if you guys were wondering, that was 1-to-1 on the risk, right? We're going to get out if it breaks below 6. And we didn't get it out when it went to 7. Like I was like, oh, here it goes, going to halt. I didn't get anything out. Should have. So lesson learned on that one right there. So Coinbase, of course, should have thought about this as well.
Squeeze as well.
It's all good, but Coinbase does squeeze to the upside. We are still, like I said, we are still up on Coinbase. And I don't even really want to look at it anymore. It's completely off the radar now. Because these names are starting to go like this, I don't need to worry about it. AMC should open up in a minute. We're still on Bed Bath & Beyond. I mean, I can call it up for you guys if you want. We rebought that dip right there at 650. That's all that we did. It opened back up. We bought the dip on Bed Bath & Beyond. Still trying to go upside right now. So let's watch out to see what's going on. 655. Let's just see what's going on right now with Bed Bath & Beyond. Trying to break back down below 650 here. It's not going to trade like technically, I don't think. It's just a matter of, is there still going to be that gamma squeeze? Is the position, I mean, it just took out, like there's a big order right there. It's only 200,000 shares. Sorry, that's only 20,000 shares into 200 million. So size isn't going to be too much of a factor right now. But yeah, let's just keep on watching these. You never know. This is what we always say, man. You come in here wondering what the day is going to bring. I'm going to put on one more piece down here and then watch out for breaking through 6 on Bed Bath & Beyond. But yeah, what a wild day, man. I'm spoiled to be able to be here every single day, to be honest with you. But here we go, man. We're going to take another long on Bed Bath.
Yeah, it's fortunate to see this kind of action like every single day. Big caps, small caps, doesn't really
crazy.
matter. Look, obviously I'm long ape, so AMC. It halted. It's holding $7, which I think is a good sign for it. You can see where it's breaking out. 675 is your breakout. So if it puts in a higher low at 7, reclaims the top, then I'm looking to add on ape on a double top of 335. Actually, 336 is the current high of the day on ape. That's where I'm going to go long on a 336. As long as I might just take AMC here on the break as well. Why not? I'll go. Yeah, it opened back up and it was holding the highs. Let me go back to my 3 minutes so you can get a better look at it. So I just went into AMC as well. As long as it can hold maybe about like 715 or so, almost halfway back in there, just to give me a little bit more exposure to the potential upward move there. And again, it doesn't mean it has to go. And I'm in the money in ape. That's not the reason. It's like, throw something away in AMC because you happen to have ape. No, it's more just the risk to reward. If it can hold this little wick here, so it actually did touch 7. If it can hold 15s, then I can have a chance into 750, and I like the risk to reward. If it doesn't hold, I still have a shot. Actually, didn't, as a matter of fact, there, tight stop. We'll go gate to hell for that one. Then I'm still involved in ape, and that one can give me that play into the upside. Ooh, Netflix as well. Thank you very much, Franz. I have a stop on Netflix. Like, this is actually my stop order here, but we shorted in front of 362. I got some out at the bottom end of the channel, and it's just simple. Like, if it breaks a stop, I'm automatically out. So you can be trading ape or AMC and all that other stuff, knowing that I'm covered by a stop order there over on Netflix. Same thing with Pinterest. Like, I have a stop at the high of the day on pins, so I'm not terribly worried about it. But AMC, Bed Bath & Beyond, Carvana, all those are squeeze plays, and if that's going to reverse, yeah, now they're all getting pretty weak. I don't want ape to go against me. Ape was an easy one because when they were all going, ape was in a consolidation, and that gave you a free money trade into the high of the day. But if it gets back beneath that low, then I got to give it up. It's showing relative strength because one of the things about ape is it has that, it's got the hedge, right? So it's got the arbitrage, I should say, not hedge. It's got the arbitrage play going into next month. That's why I feel like it should have at least a little bit of strength, even with AMC pulling back.
All right, so we're just going to use 6 as our out. So it's coming into play right now. I just want to show you guys it still is 81% here, according to Trade Ideas, on the shortable float for Bed Bath & Beyond. So, I mean, anybody that was like, oh man, I can't wait until we see something else that's almost 100% shorted. Yeah, well, you've got it right now. That's Bed Bath & Beyond is pretty much there. Like I said, I think what happened was a lot of people may have taken puts or something on this name, thinking that, yeah, they missed that payment last week and, you know, the end is near. And then today, with that move up, so we just got taken out there, fine. We lost on it. It sucks because we went long, but what are you going to do? I'm not going short, so that's that. But I'm just wondering if, look at this, option volatility today, 978%. I'm gonna have to find out about that because what does Carvana say? Like what are, I've never even looked at this section right there before. So I'm gonna have to shout out to Michael Nasser, just do my own work. Yeah, here we go, Carvana right now, 172. So that's huge. What does it show for AMC? Is that what this means? It must mean option volume. AMC right now, 300%. Yeah, so wow. So today, Bed Bath & Beyond. So that's kind of a, all right, I'll figure that out afterwards as I got running some errors there. But there's Bed Bath & Beyond now halted downside. So good thing we got out on that clear out right there. So again, small hit. Our average price was 35. We do take a small hit on that, down about 40 cents. So there it is, now halted to the downside. So, you know, out of everything, maybe we just go back and short Coinbase now because maybe this run is now over. I think I'm going to do that. Let's put on a new short Coinbase and just see if this one wants to fall down. So new trade idea right now is going to be a short into Coinbase. We just wiped out 82. So now we're short 82 on Coinbase. Let's see if it wants to fly. That's 74.25. Just give it to that high. 74.25 on Coinbase. We just wiped out 82. Let's see what happens now.
Yeah, the one I know I like is Silvergate's the one I got out of. I got pretty fortunate. Everything halted to the upside. I was in a short, quickly got out, accidental long or quick reversal long. I'm out of that. Ape is still beneath that, above that support level, so I'm still going to be long that one. But I don't know how long I'm going to be long that name with that reversal that just came in, but as long as it holds in the money, I'm okay with it. Silvergate gives you a better price now off the lower high here at like 1925s into 1950s, so I want to be short into that range. AMC in particular, because I have to watch that. We trade that long, it just should have maybe gone for, I could have just shorted this and gone with the actual arbitrage myself, but that's not how it works when you're day trading. The arbitrage play in AMC and APE is to hold these till next month. short AMC, long ape for anyone that's curious about that. But if it does hold 675, that breakout price, then I think the long in ape is relatively safe. And that's the reason why I favored the long in ape, because it has a little bit of support regardless. Bed Bath & Beyond's tap is $5.60 if you are looking for that. And then the last name in that group, Carvana, well, I mean, there's probably other names out there. The last one, at least the ones I'm looking at here, CVNA, does feel like that one wasn't quite as strong on the pop. So I'd put this in the bucket of relatively weak. It broke VWAP, much like Silvergate, didn't get through any significant highs and is now giving it up. So I would favor the short in this if I could, but I've chosen to jump into Silvergate. If this is going to be the end of the day for these, then I want to be working into SI shorts and just seeing what can happen here. 1950 is going to be my ultimate out, but I'm looking for places to add as well.
All right, so we did take on, yeah, I mean, look,
not this
how
bullish.
everything has changed, right? I mean, we were looking at Microsoft's, Apples of the world. We're still in Amazon, 70 cents in the money, Coinbase and whatnot, but we did re-engage in this Coinbase, and it just touched again 65 from our 82. So now that I'm seeing that, like, let's just put another bid down there. I hate taking like 20 cents on this thing, but we'll take it. We'll see if it goes back down to 60, we'll take a piece. I do want to average back in at 74 there. So, but I do have to be careful because Bed Bath & Beyond is halted again, of course. And like Neil said, we just halted at 75, but the tap is right back at 72 right now and still trying to go higher. So you know, maybe we do open up to better fanfare right now, and it just continues to move to the upside. So I would watch out for that. But 575 coming in right now for Bed Bath & Beyond. Probably that's what you're going to get on the open, and then you're just going to watch out for that. I mean, the highest take is 7 so far, 703. It would have been awesome to have an out there, but we don't. We were debating it, and then we didn't. Thought it was going to halt up there. It didn't. We could have punched out. We didn't. So right now, Bed Bath & Beyond trying to go high. We only have now 7 minutes until, or 8 minutes until the imbalances come through.
Oh, God, it's way too late for this.
So it's pretty late now. We're out of Bed Bath & Beyond, but we'll still sit here and watch it for you. We are now averaging to Coinbase against 725. So I'd prefer for these meme stocks to kind of start going to the downside. So it looks like we were positive on Coinbase. Now it looks like we will not be. If it takes this out, which there it goes right now, it's starting to go upside. So I don't know if AMC is running or not.
It's going.
Yeah,
Yes.
so a lot of these names starting to go upside. So we are prepared to take this L here on Coinbase. I thought all this was over with, but as Neil just said, AMC is starting to go back up. So yeah, we will start. Yeah, there it is. So AMC really catching a bid now. So I feel like Bed Bath & Beyond, you're probably good if you're long. 575 now it's looking at. So yeah, good take so far. Here's a little bit of a pullback. Remember my average price on Coinbase? $73.91. So even if we get stopped out up here, it's still only a 30-cent hit, but let's see where we go on Coinbase. At least now if we get out at 60, we're 1-to-1, guys.
And that's sort of the key, like maintain risk reward. It was a little closer to the imbalances than I realized there. This is probably the fastest, this is the fastest closing show I can remember. It's the fact that it's 340 is kind of surprising me. I'll probably reload the long one time here on Ape, but I just want to show you, I'm in Silvergate here, and look, it wick topped. It did go as high as 1975, but it is like comfortably holding beneath that 19.25. I'm short here essentially at 19 even, okay, yeah. But AMC did just make another run at the high. On a 15-minute, it looks like just one move, right? It's actually broke up, bottomed at 680 or 670, 685 here, back and failed the high. So it's now failed the high again or pulled back off the high again, which given the amount of time we have, yeah, you know what? No, I don't need to be reloading Ape. It doesn't actually make any sense because if AMC comes down, I don't have that much time for it to make a big bounce move for me. So I'll just hold on to the ape that I have, give it underneath this support at 315, and from there, my last entry was 19s. I did start the long at 16s right at the bottom, but my last entry was at 19, so my blended price was in the middle, obviously, and it'll show like the first in, first out kind of thing. But I'm not going to give this more than 5 pennies. It feels like we're running out of time on this move. Bed Bath & Beyond is open back up, obviously. It is still looking relatively weak here. Until it gets above $6, I think the fades are going to be in. I've chosen Silvergate for the short side of the trade, and I'll hang on to see if Ape can do its thing. The only what are we calling these? Short squeeze names that I'm in is Pinterest. I'm just gonna move my stop up to or down to, like break even here on Pinterest, not even giving it to the evens. That's a function of how late it is in the day. Someone asked earlier, what is day trading? Day trading is getting in and out of position in the same day. And at Day Trade the World, we have to be out by the end of the day, which means 4 o'clock.
Yep. All right. So yeah, Bed Bath & Beyond opening up again, pretty much it did open up at 575, ripped up to 6 there and touched 560. So right now you're in this. It's just amazing that we were just at 7, and then it just the amount of liquidity here and how these stocks can move is absolutely amazing. And it's still amazing to see these moves happen because you never get like 7 to 5, boom, we get it in 20 minutes. So great move there. We are close to getting stopped out of Coinbase, and I feel fine about it if that is what happens on that. Meanwhile, just check back in on something that we've been shorting and really ripping up all day here. Amazon continues to be a short. Let's check in on Apple right now. We could check, oh, there it is. Coinbase, we're out of that as it just took out that 7. Literally got a good price. We got 25s out of that as it breaks higher Coinbase. But yeah, Apple does make that move down again. Remember what we said about 50-80? Well, look at this. It just touches again that low one more time. And what are we doing? Distracted on other things. So there goes Apple right back in right there, right back to that level. So something else to look at. We won't finish the day at our highest spot because we did lose there on Coinbase and on Bed Bath & Beyond. So we do have some back-to-back jacks there. But yeah, AMC still moving around. It's just going to be great. Tomorrow we have more Fed talk. And that's going to be, starting it off, with Powell coming through. What time was that tomorrow?
Noon?
12:40, so it'll be on the midday show, but that's okay. The market will react to that, and then we'll react into the close as well. So yeah, lots of stuff happening here. Check back in on Tesla. How close to 200 are we on that? That fall off 197. But right now, that's all. Amazon 102. Let's just wait for those imbalances unless you have something. I'll probably won't put anything else on, but yeah, good show here. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe.
Yeah, I don't think I'll get into anything new. It's just sort of hold on to what we have and see. I mean, if 8 bounces here, fair enough, but it looks like it's unlikely. SI, Silvergate starting to roll back over. SI, Silvergate, you guys know what I'm talking about. I mean, I have bids in front of VWAP. Whenever you see like this, so I'm short here. If you see this, that's not where my stop is. I always try to explain this because I'm not giving it that much room. I have my stop set here around the quarters, and then I'm just aggressively crossing up my limit order. One of our stop orders actually shows you, instead of where your stop is placed, it shows you the limit price of the order that'll be triggered when that stop hits. It's a weird way of showing it, but I just want to make sure it's transparent for you guys. Bed Bath & Beyond is still going down. When I look up, it's because I'm watching, as I'm in SI and I'm in APE, I'm watching AMC and I'm watching Bed Bath & Beyond, because if this really starts flushing and SI doesn't go down, that's not good. If this starts ripping, then I want to consider just getting out of Dodge on SI and then APE over here, maybe there's a chance it could go, but this is getting pretty weak. It was fun while it lasted. That's the best way to think about it. It looks almost like it's inevitable. We'll take out these lows here at the bottom. And Netflix about to collapse today's lows. Unfortunately for me, I did get the short off 362. I was able to get some out when it got to it's not the actual low of the day, but it's close enough to the low of the day. And then it came back up and stopped me out. This was all while Bed Bath & Beyond and all that squeeze stuff was happening. I did have a stop in. It's a hard stop in that situation. I wasn't looking to float it an extra 30 cents or so. Just a hard stop around break even on that particular name. So Silvergate, we'll see. Pinterest is probably VWAP or bust. This will be a good one for tomorrow's trade. Obviously, they're going to be reporting, so I think this is something we'll be trading. Well, I hope this is something we're trading tomorrow. There's no guarantees. It's not impossible that Pinterest, and we come in tomorrow and Pinterest has done nothing and doesn't move. I think it's unlikely, but it'll be on my radar. It's not a guarantee it's going to be exciting for us. I love this 28 level. The chances are we're not necessarily trading around this level come tomorrow after earnings.
Yeah, exactly. Never a good thing to sort of predict what you're going to be doing. Yeah. Just float with the market, and that's what we're going to be doing tomorrow with Pinterest for sure. There are a couple good names. We will go over those at about 3:55 after the imbalances and whatnot. So what are these imbalances? Well, they're coming out very soon. They're market on close trades, so they're all going to start. I can get rid of ARCA. Generally, we can keep NYSE ARCA here, NYSE American, if there's something on there that we're trading. But right now, CEI is the only name that we've ever really traded on there that you guys have been interested in. There are ETFs and whatnot, but here we go. So these are all from 9:30, right? And so we're going to wait for 3:50, which is a minute from now. They're going to get updated, and then we can go and see what's going on with that. We're going to continue to watch out for Amazon. We're in a very, very small position right now, so this is something that for me is kind of like a nothing burger. We're just going to wait on it. Generally, I want to try to be flat. This is something that I haven't done a good job on, being flat into the imbalances, but right now we only have 10% of what we took out of all of these. So we're just going to wait. It's a beautiful trade, man. We're in the money 70 cents, and it's continuing to go to the downside. If any sort of a target spot for me on Amazon, you're talking about like 101 flat, something like that down here is where I'm looking here into the close. Why not? I mean, the market could collapse on itself, and we'll see if this is a...
It's still a down day.
Actually, I missed what Brendan wrote. Let me just go back and check here. Oh, 146 million to sell.
Massive.
So we are not expecting any kind of a big move here. Yeah, massive, not massive, whatever way you think, coming out now in 15 seconds. Let's just see if anything floats around. I'll do my best to find out some names on here to call out for you if we see anything. But here we go in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Here come the imbalances right now. Whoa, ABEV. These are just, again, Brazilian names. So 9.74 million to sell. Wow. Or buy, sorry. GM, the Ford has a buy, so we'll see if Ford can go. There it is, starting to go right now to the upside a little bit off 306. GM to sell, Ford to buy. So those two will go against each other a little bit. Amazon, there's my trade. Oops. There's a stock that I was in. Where'd it go? That's Citigroup. There's Amazon with a buy. So you could see, look, this is why it's not worth being in it. Like Amazon right there. We're only in a small piece, so you're not going to see me get all upset here or anything. But there it is right there with obviously a move right back to the upside. So
pins,
I don't know, man. AAL, there's not much on there. It's really just Amazon that's giving me some concerns. But there it is. Look at this. For no reason other than this market on close and balance, which is a reason, nice upside move there for Amazon. So yeah, we learn our lesson one more time. Don't be in anything too heavy into those imbalances. We're completely fine, nothing to worry about. And there goes Bed Bath & Beyond as well. Again, happy birthday to Luca, but it's a nice move to the upside here as we're taking out 620 again. So yeah, here we go, man. Shots for everybody. It's Luca's birthday. Let's go. Nice move upside here. Happy birthday, anybody's long, Bed Bath & Beyond.
Yeah, great move. And you talk about not being in position going into the imbalances. Well, this is why I tightened stops because, you know, Pinterest was great off those levels. 350 hits. I didn't even see a buy imbalance, and it just stops me out right away. I'm still in SI looking for that pullback. I'm short at 19 even, essentially 95s. But that's just sort of, it's just going sideways here. If it takes out this top at 1920, I'll just get out. And I probably have to punch out flat pretty closely here. And it's the same thing with Ape. Ape's not even moving anymore. Yeah, it was a good long when all these names were squeezing because it just gave you the consolidation. Now it's going absolutely nowhere. So with limited amount of time in the day, there's really not much to do here because my stop is underneath this support. So I might as well hang on to it for the next couple of minutes just in case it does a kind of move here. But I'm thinking that's pretty unlikely. You know, AMC gave it up. I tried the long on the breakout off the halt, lost about 20, actually it wasn't even 20 cents, about 15 pennies going for the play above 750. This coming back in makes it unlikely that Ape goes anywhere. But that's just how it goes. For those of you having fun with Bed Bath & Beyond, it wouldn't surprise me if there was a move at 4 o'clock because sometimes when there's a little bit less algo action, you can see some follow through in some of these names. But I will be upset with myself for not giving it a little bit more room off that top and not simply reversing the triple top. I was short in front of 5. There was the out. It's fine. 550, you're chasing a bit, but that's a much, much tighter consolidation break. That's where you want to reverse. I think the longs are way easier when you have a level like this to be able to give it back into resistance than to have a tight stop in a 550. But you learn your lesson there time and time again. And for the big cap names, not a heck of a lot happening. So I'm just out of Silvergate now. We gave a shot that would pull back. Kind of a tight stop there, but it looks like the market is going to end on a bit of an upbeat on a down day. But the major names, if you were trading Tesla this afternoon, exciting. It did absolutely nothing. That's the reason we're overlooking at these other squeeze names because they were actually moving. So congrats if you were trading these. That's where the party was in the afternoon. And as a day trader, you go where the action is.
Yeah, this market is starting to blow up a little bit right now. I mean, blow up. I don't know if it's blowing up or not, but it's starting to definitely back up to the upside there. We got out of Amazon. It just went back to the 200 period. We just put the stop there. It's still a 21, 25-cent winner, so nothing to worry about. But we did give some back on that last 10%. So that sucks, again, to do that. But still, man, Amazon, like I said, I'm just really pretty thrilled with the trading on this one here today. So absolutely no complaints. One of my best stocks all month. We're only a couple days in, but just taking that early. And like I said, man, it's always about that one trade. You never know where it's going to come from, but we did today. It was all over the sticky note. It's Amazon, and we really like that. Let's just check back in on some names that we know will be trading tomorrow, right? AMD right now, so still down that 2.7. Really not doing anything in here today except for being weak. So we'll try to. This morning we were trying to favor the long off 80, but you could see today, definitely favoring the weak side. Didn't really ever get going except for first thing, and we were sort of part of that. So that's going to turn out to be a pretty decent move, but at the same time, not a great trade today for AMD unless you were short. So we'll look at that tomorrow. Let's just check out Apple. Is it back down into that level again here for Apple? Let's have a quick look now and see. Yeah, 150 now, 150.80. So we're going to watch out for Apple tomorrow at 150.80. But yeah, good day here. Only 5 minutes left there. And I want to say what's up to Austin Sowers there. That was really funny because he was like, oh my God, Sean was so excited. Then he saw ABEV, and yeah, this is what ABEV is doing.
You don't like ABEV?
This is why my excitement quickly became depleted there when I saw that. Like, you ever see a number that's 10 million shares, you're going to get excited until you see the symbol. And unfortunately, this is doing nothing. All it means, it's done 30 million. We got to go to Brendan, but it's done 30 million shares. It's going to print 10 million at the end of the day. And it's a buy, so you're probably going to get 51s. Okay, Brendan, what's up?
All right, guys, still a number of earnings to get through this week. As we mentioned early on this morning, earnings today going to be brought to you by Trade Ideas, a comprehensive stock scanner used by active traders to quickly and efficiently identify trading opportunities daily, featuring powerful tools like the innovative stock races you see the guys use every day. Quickly identify and act on potential trades. Check out the link below, guys. 20% off from us to you at Trade Ideas. Here's a very busy board to kick off the week.
That is it's a little busy.
Yeah, a little busy.
So Pinterest, we've talked a little bit about Pinterest. That's the one that'll stand out for me. We've seen, look, Snapchat didn't even have a great quarter and they went up anyways. Meta had a better quarter than Snapchat and was quite possibly, in this earnings season, I don't think there was a more exciting name than Meta. So Pinterest will be on my mind because of that. Tomorrow morning, we do get Royal Caribbean, so RCL, CCL, and the cruise lines, that's what I'm thinking about. The cruise lines should be in play based off that. But outside of those two, not too much that I'm seeing there. So go back to the well. I guess the squeeze names will get interesting based on what we saw here today. Maybe we get some follow through on those names.
I mean, you could see, Microsoft could be a little bit in play there. Ooh, I like that little switching of the camera. That's pretty good right there. Yeah, ATVI, Activision Blizzard there in the top left. That could be, or you're right, I don't know which way that is. But that's something to be interested in as well. So, all right, man, just a quick check back. I don't know why we're still on ABEV. Bed Bath & Beyond hovering around $6. So since that huge move, not much. I'm just going to run through some of the names that you guys might want to see here into the close. AMC 730 down to 680. We're both flat, I think. Oh, you're still long ape, I guess.
I should just punch
whether
out
or not that's true or not, I don't know. You're still in it,
okay.
okay. CVNA as well, Carvana, 1380 off that 14. Like, these are some of the moves that we caught Rivian in. Remember when Lucid was going ham? We were shorting Rivian. So again, when other stocks start to go, look for other names that we know have squeeze possibilities. And that brings us to, of course, one of the most famous of all, a GameStop that got going again up to $25 there, now pulling back in. I don't know if there's any other names, but Carvana
was one.
Yeah, we looked over that. That was one of the newest entries into the game. Carvana. I'm just looking up there to see if there's anything else doing some upsize moves. Doesn't look like it. Relative volume today, you have Tesla still doing 200 million shares, bouncing around 195 with only 2 minutes left. Bed Bath & Beyond, AMC, and then this is the other thing.
Blue Apron made a move.
Blue Apron, yeah. The other name was Snapchat. Like, we thought short on Snapchat today, which is really interesting, that we wound up taking the short and making money and only losing right here. It doesn't even look like a loss, which it's not for me on the day. But right there, took out that high from Friday. That should have been the indicator long, but I didn't believe in Snapchat. And even now, we asked Brendan if there's any specific Snapchat news.
I don't know why it's so strong.
There really wasn't. So I don't know what that is. I'm thinking that they're getting some AI love.
Maybe.
I don't know. They
Quarter
have those
was bad.
glasses, and they have but they have AI, so that's
No, yeah, sure.
But still, up 10%.
And shout out to Shock Industry for mentioning Blue Apron. I just punched out of Ape. I mean, I don't know if it goes in the next minute. I'll whatever
There.
at this point. But a Blue Apron of all these squeeze names, hey, that one's pretty juicy, and it's holding. Get that, like it's actually holding its breakout. So 140 on the daily, big level because you had the gap down, support 140, resistance 140, breaking 140, and closing exactly 10% above said level. So this one holding up a little better off the highs than some of the other squeezable names, for lack of a better term. Shout out to Shock Industry in our chat for pointing that one out. So Snap, Pinterest, and Meta will be interesting tomorrow. I still am not sure why Snap was so strong today. We'll see what happens if it can actually hold up tomorrow, because I'm a little bit skeptical. Sometimes it's so badly beaten up when you get a gap down, you're going to get a relief rally, but it's now broken out to boot. So it's a little bit surprising to me. Maybe Pinterest is going to show some kind of support or some kind of strength as well and break out tomorrow. We'll find out. I don't think we're going to get a chance to look at this one off of the afternoon because I think they report well after 4 or 5. But guys, the countdown is on. So I don't know who's going to levitate towards our new set to ring the bell. It looks like the man, the myth, the legend himself, Prad, in 4, 3, 2, and...
Prad getting that beard game going pretty serious right now.
I feel like we need like some music, like if you like Pina Colada, something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, let's get some music on that.
Or Burning Flames would be good.
We keep talking about getting some more music on.
At least I know who Burning Flames is. But.
All right, let's go, guys. Yeah, thanks, Prad, for that there. Yeah, you'd think that if you were in like a exotic area, you would have been a little more happy there. But I noticed that, I don't know what it is. I think that's, I'm not sure if he's in Bahamas or where that is.
That's Antigua.
That's Antigua, okay, because he was wearing a sweater.
No, I have no idea where it is.
So he was wearing a sweater. Let's just say it's Antigua.
Let's just say in Antigua.
Yeah,
Best island in the West Indies, so why
that's
not?
why, yeah, exactly. So that's why I think that's where that was. Maybe we could switch that next time. We'll go to Rome, or we can go somewhere else. Maybe Paris tomorrow. We'll send Brad to Paris.
Yes. I see what you did there.
What?
Oh, wait a minute. You're not going to Rome.
I'm going to Rome.
No, you're going. Yeah, you did do it.
I will be
You're
broadcasting
going to
live
Rome,
from Rome in the summer.
and I'm going to Paris this summer. So.
Oh, that's right. You are going
and
there.
Brendan's going. Brendan, where are you going this summer?
Same. Yeah, same. September, though. September. Paris. Yeah.
Paris.
Oh, Paris.
Yeah.
Okay, same. Yeah.
Paris. Yeah, we're lucky enough to be able to go to all these places, and I think you guys should try to do that as well. Take some vacation. Notice that we're doing it in the summer. That's generally when it's slow in the market, so we will prefer to go on some vacation there. But yeah, we're brainstorming. I want to give a big shout out to Mark and Fahad and Rob and all that for working on this. Oh, maybe I should spoil it. It's just a green screen, but maybe we'll.
How dare you spoil
the? Shoot! Why did I do that? Right
on,
now,
Sean.
darn it! But yeah, so we've done a lot of fun stuff. A lot more to come on all of that. But all right, we didn't even throw to Brendo yet, so let's go over, figure out how this day went, and we'll come back to us where I will ruin some more surprises.
Yeah, going to be a huge day tomorrow, guys. So it could have been a lot worse, obviously, coming off of what happened last week. Point one, and by last week I mean Friday. Point one for the Dow was the best off, but everything else pretty red here, including the NASDAQ opposite 1%, 0.87 there for the 100. The Russell 2000, the worst off. It was like that all day long. So red to start the week, guys. But what will Mr. Powell have to say tomorrow at lunchtime?
Something I believe that the market's not going to like.
I know what he's going to say. He's going to do this. Let's keep that money going.
Just a big tray.
Yeah. I was going to say, I thought we had the cash register. You have the cash register? Maybe cash register goes burr tomorrow. Once again, there it is right now as he's ready to rock and roll. So I don't know. I'm excited for Powell. For us as day traders, of course, Brendo.
It's lunchtime,
Neil, we just want volatility.
Yes.
It'll be nice to have that at 12:40 tomorrow. I don't know if it's a prepared speech. We'll figure that out tomorrow. If it is, it'll be leaked, and then we'll find out a little bit before what he's going to talk about. I don't know if there's even a question or answer period. Does it say that, Brendan? Or?
I'll double check, but I don't think so.
So that to
I don't
me
think it does.
is really
That'll
where
be more
it gets
interesting.
spicy, because then you have some talking heads asking them questions that they're specifically trying to get answers for.
Yes.
A lot of the time
No.
they'll just sort of toe the line. So we'll see if there's Q&A tomorrow. But yeah, good job. I know you're still
The
hoping.
chat's cracking me up right now.
What are they saying now?
No, it's like Brendan and I are going to Paris at different times.
Yeah.
Although it would be fine. I got like whatever.
Or are we?
If we did like you can do like group. Whatever. We're going to see Hamilton with the wives together. I don't think it's a big deal. But we're not going at the same time because, quite frankly, we got a show to do. So the two, like, we try not to have two of us gone at the same time. Not that it can't happen, but that's what we do for the show. So it's not going to be at the same time.
Right. All right. Yeah, so far so good here. Let's just continue, wrap this up. Yeah, Paris is going to be a great time. Take your vacations. Take them in the summer, I think. Unless you're going somewhere warm, then maybe go in the winter, especially if you're from Canada. But all right, let's wrap this thing up. The trade of the day is coming up. It's going to be Amazon. It was a big one. Thank everybody. Thank the Midday Show guys. Happy birthday, Luca. Thanks, Sharif. Thanks to Pratt. Thanks to everybody. I've already done this. Thanks, Fahad. All that. Thanks to Bears vs. Bulls. Let's just continue to have the best shows. And join us again tomorrow. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. We'll be back tomorrow early at 8:30. Join us then. Ciao.